Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. I am sorry I'm late. I have a legitimate reason why I'm late. I don't know if you want to hear the reason, but my professor used to tell me if you have to make an excuse why you late, there's a problem. What's on? What's going on, everybody? What is going on? What is going on with you? Okay, truth of the matter is I had a prime delivery and it just got there and I had perishables that would have been sitting outside my house, like frozen food and milk and so forth. So I had to put everything away. And I'm gonna be honest with you. We're gonna be transparent over here. So that's what happened. Now, I have a very special guest coming on this evening. Actually, I might have two special guests coming on this evening. So you guys make sure you have your water ready. Make sure you have your tea ready, your coffee. Well, we got the tea. Don't worry about the tea. Your coffee, whatever you need. Got to go take a bathroom break. Go ahead and do the bathroom break because I don't want no one walking away. I want you guys to stay right here until the show is over. And I want to bring my co-host on, Miss Crystal J. She's one of the most, oh man, so much I can say about her, but she's gonna start blushing. I ain't gonna do all that. I'm just gonna bring on up. I'm just gonna bring on up Crystal without further ado. Get on up here.
What's up, Dennis?
What's going on? So we had the people waiting. We had the people waiting. I know it was this time is mine. I take this.
You take it? Okay. Okay.
I did it. I had, listen, when that prime comes, first of all, I don't want to steal my groceries. They have you waiting like 8 hours to get your food anyway. So yeah, they, I'm in the hood, so they may steal my groceries.
You're not, but that's all good. It's good to see you. I was looking forward to seeing you at
I ain't got it. I will say that right now. I ain't got it. Right. Right. So Essence was first of all, they had a heat wave. It was pretty hot out there. They got hotter.
Oh my God. I was talking to my mom earlier. I have never been any place where my phone got a heat advisory. Like my phone was beeping because there was a heat advisory and it was warning you that you may want to stay inside or stay out of the heat. It was crazy. It was 112 degrees without the heat. That wasn't the heat index. That was just the actual temperature, 112 degrees, 109 degrees, like every day during Essence Festival. So shout out to everybody that braved that heat and came out anyway, but it was definitely not good for the health.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It was up over 100 degrees.
And 112, Dennis. 112 is way over 100.
That's Arizona weather.
That's crazy. And that's not even counting the humidity. So with the humidity involved, it was probably like 120. It was crazy. It was like literally my phone was sending alerts all throughout the day. It was crazy.
Well, I know it was hot out there, but I also know that some people tried to bring the heat to the locals. The locals.
Yeah.
We had to get into this because you came out there for dual reasons. You had clients out there, and you also had a book signing event.
Yeah,
for the most part. Tell me a little bit about that. Tell me about that book signing, and tell me what happened. How did it get sabotaged?
Wow,
your understanding.
This is crazy. I want to start by saying I'm a fan of Essence, right? I grew up as a fan of Essence, and Essence has always been to me symbol of Black female writers, right? I'm a grew up a writer, and I would always, look to Essence magazine as that sign. So I was really excited. Initially, I wanted to have a booth there. I think I talked to you about that. I wanted to sell my book there. The book has been doing very well, and I wanted to have a conversation and really talk to people about the book. And so I applied to be a vendor, and I never received a response. And so I did initially try to be a part of the actual Essence activation. I didn't receive a reply. Put my application fee in. Of course, they tell you that they can't guarantee that you'll receive that you'll get a booth, or that you'll, get. I didn't think I thought I would get a response, but there was no guarantee you would get a booth.
Wait. You had to pay an application fee?
Application fee, and you got no response. No response.
Did you get a refund?
No.
Can I ask you how much was the application fee?
$75.
What a racket.
So that's how we started off.
Wait a minute. So how soon did you have to alert Essence that you wanted to be a vendor before the cutoff?
Well, that's the thing. There was no ability to apply until around April, right? So usually you can apply in January, but that wasn't the case this year. They made some changes. I have a couple of friends that, do contract work for the festival, and one of my particular friends told me, she said, Crystal, things have changed this year. They've hired there's a new person that's over the vendors, right? So it wasn't available until around April. So a couple of friends and I got together. We sent our applications in, trying to make sure we got a booth, because my intent was to be a vendor there, and then also to do some activities, because everybody knows Essence magazine does not own July 4th weekend in New Orleans.
Facts.
Essence magazine hosts the Essence Festival, which was titled this year Essence Festival of Culture, but Essence doesn't own the 4th of July. Just want
right. And I've done events out there during Katrina.
Exactly.
Like right before Katrina. And some of the events that I've done, from photo shoots to after parties with Melissa Ford at the Club Triopa or Chapatulis, to bringing in different artists to New Orleans, capitalizing off of the draw from the event. Right. And I never had to go to anyone from the Essence committee to get permission, because it wasn't at the venue. Right. So I think this whole $75 fee, that might be something new, because they weren't doing that years ago.
Well, I know that there's always been a fee for vendors, but to your point, when I realized, I was going to do that and be a vendor, but I worked with Tamika Newhouse and Kimberly Jones for years. I worked with Tamika for almost 20 years, since I was a community relations manager for Barnes & Noble. So Tamika is a resource for Black writers. She hosts Black Writers Weekend in Atlanta every year. I actually did one of the first Black Writers Weekend, which was titled AAMBC Awards years ago. So I have a long-standing relationship with the two founders of this event. So this event was titled The Lit House. Again, celebrating and celebrating and highlighting Black female writers. That's what this entire thing was about. It was offsite at a Black bookstore that's a part of New Orleans. And you all know that New Orleans has undergone a lot ever since Katrina. So this weekend brings in money for the city. So this event was patronizing a Black bookstore based in New Orleans, offsite, and it was titled The Lit House. And I can show you my flyer. It did not say Essence Festival.
You want to send it to me? We post it? What do you want to do?
I'll send it to you right now. So the flyer, just so that people understand, it did not say Essence Music Festival. It said Our Lit House. And a lot of people were like, oh, well, if you use Essence logo, that's a problem. And you're right.
Of course, that's definitely a problem.
Yeah, I've been a part of events years ago that did use Essence logo, and they were immediately, cut off. So I know that. I'm smart enough to know that you can't do an event with Essence name in it that weekend. So that wasn't the case. This was going to be, I just sent that to you on Friday, June 30th. Now there were 2 days of events. The day I was doing it was June 30th at 8:00. I got an email that morning on the 30th, the day of the event. I came to Essence specifically to do this event. And again, I came during that weekend. I had other things going on, but I specifically did those other things because it was important for me to be there among other Black female writers. And so I got an email at 10 o'clock that morning saying the event and the Lit House in its entirety was being canceled, and that they would give us more information later. This is 10 o'clock the day of. I was actually headed out with my staff to the event to set up books and then to see how we could broadcast the conversation live on my YouTube channel. And we get this email that says everything has been canceled.
Let's look at the flyer. Let's look at the flyer. I'm looking for logos. I'm as a brand owner. I'm looking for anyone that would be infringing on my rights and my copyrights. I don't see anything here. Let me read it carefully. I don't see anything here. Okay, go ahead. Tell me. Continue. I'm sorry.
So that's the thing. And even the fine print, there's no mention even of the word Essence or even the 4th of July weekend actually in there. So we learned.
So they wanted y'all to check in. That's what it sounded like. They wanted y'all to check in with them with the check.
I feel like it's all about money. And so,
right.
And so we were told that I was told that the founders received a cease and desist, because they were infringing on Essence magazine, and Essence magazine basically shut Essence. I don't know if it's Essence magazine. I'll say Essence shut the entire thing down. And so all these Black female writers were unable to be highlighted, were unable to sell their books that weekend. It was a huge, I went with a box of books. I came home with the box of books because I had that time allotted for it. So people were like, why didn't you go around the street doing things? Why? I had other things set up that weekend. As you know, we're a business owner. You have to make money during the weekend. So I had other things set up, but I was unable to do the most important thing to me, which was to be among other Black female writers and to share this conversation. So it was really disappointing. And there were a lot of other authors out there. I learned later that Essence had a deal set up with another bookstore, another Black-owned bookstore, and they handled all the authors that were there in the convention. Now, I support other Black bookstores specifically because as a person that used to work for Barnes & Noble, I understand the importance of Black bookstores, small Black businesses, and how as a Black author, you get more of an opportunity to connect with the public when you go to a Black bookstore. I totally understand that. My problem is the fact that there's no reason that that Essence needed to bogart the smaller organization and keep them from making money. I think, again, the purpose of Essence was always to highlight the Black woman's voice. And it appears to me that the very resource that was supposed to be highlighting Black women's voices snuffed out a large group of Black women's voices. And that's a problem.
So I just got a response.
Okay.
I got a copy of response from J.P. Morrell.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what that is?
I don't know what that is, but I saw that. I was sent that response as well.
Okay, so apparently he or she or J.P. Morrell is a part of the committee or the. I'm gonna pull it up for a second. We're gonna read the response. I just got a copy of it, and I'll just share it with the public. These things are coming in real time. I appreciate you guys. Let me just bring the response up because this is unfortunate. This is unfortunate for all the people that have come in and invested to travel to, it's a lot to go into setting up to do commerce in another city. Like for you, for example. And we're going to get into maybe some possible. Let me just bring this up here because I want to bring the statement up. So I give them the opportunity. Here we go. I'm going to pull it up here. And we're going to look at the statement. It's coming up here. Here we go, Crystal. So, J.P. Morrell, my office is aware that an event planned by a local business on private property during Essence Fest was forced to shut down due to an alleged violation of the Clean Zone Ordinance. It is completely inappropriate for any large-scale event visiting the city of New Orleans to negatively impact our local businesses with something akin to a non-compete clause. It is especially concerning that the canceled event was organized by by a black owned business and would have showcased black female authors on a weekend that is supposed to be dedicated to black culture. It was never the intent of the council for any ordinances, much less the clean zone ordinance, to impact private businesses hosting private events that happen to coincide with the timing of Essence Fest. We are looking into how this occurred and how to prevent it from ever happening again. So apparently, this individual is a part of the council. The
Mm-hmm.
council.
Yes.
Now, this can be a serious problem for whoever shot that letter out, cease and desist letter out, that impacted a lot of businesses
Mm-hmm.
because they lost money behind this shutdown.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know? Is there any possibility that a counter to that letter will be sent out to Essence? Is that something that you know of? And do you feel like you need to take some action because of how it affected your business?
I absolutely do. I want to say that, for me as an author, I took I took two staff members with me, so that I would be able to have the conversation and have someone manning the booth and selling books. So I definitely feel, number one, it stopped me because, as you know, I'm a public relations professional. So not
Hey,
only
someone said you need you need.
I saw that, and I told her, yes, I do. How dare I not have Mimi's book back there?
That's right.
But I'm looking for somebody just sent. I'm trying to pull this entire thing up. Someone just sent me. I just can't get the whole thing. There was a response put on Instagram. If anybody's out there that can see that, where a gentleman kind of went over the cease and desist letter and tore it and tore it apart. But I feel like not only did
Wait a minute. Wait. Wait a minute. He wiped the cease and desist with. Wait a minute. Did he use that to? Wait a minute. So last time someone did that, there was problems.
you know what? Let me try to get it up.
Let me see. Like, this might not be the same.
I hope this.
I don't think this is the same.
Let me try to pull this up. But the point is, I lost the ability to sell books that night. And then also just the idea of being able to be there and have conversation with people about the book also hampers you from being able to do future things, because it was a PR opportunity and a sales opportunity that I missed. Not just myself, because my segment was from 8 to 9. That's 1 hour. The segment started around 10 a.m. that morning and went till around 10 o'clock that night. So imagine how many other people, other authors, other artists were there and were unable to sell or, take advantage of a PR opportunity to reach more people. Now, I said to myself, I was very pissed. I was upset. I definitely was out money, because when I took my staff, that meant I had to pay for their way there and their lodging, right? Their travel and their lodging, and pay them a salary. Now, thankfully, I had other things in place that weekend, other events to work. So I was able to, at least
be resourceful.
Be resourceful. However, the opportunity, my intent coming to Essence was to share my literature, share my book, and to be able to have conversation about that, and also to do networking with other authors, because that's what we do. So I'm excited that I'll be able to do Black Writers Weekend, which is here in Atlanta. But I do feel like Essence needs to make that right for a lot of us, that they silenced our voice, and that's the long and short of it. As that statement was saying that you just read, Essence does not own that weekend, and I think that's the issue. They do not own the time. The fact that Essence has historically held the music festival that weekend brings money to the city of New Orleans, but our event was also bringing money to a Black business. It was supporting Black businesses, self-included, and also bringing money and traffic into another Black business. And I don't feel like Essence has the right to bogart that. That was really unfair. And
Well, let me say something. First of all, the Essence I know of many years was moving kind of
different this year.
Kind of different this year. And we're going to talk about some of the things that I view as an embarrassment for the brand. And you may not want to invite me, but it doesn't matter, because I will buy a ticket. I might not want to go, but listen, don't hold me to that because it's live things. I got people all in New Orleans. So, but let's talk about the performances. Now, Sunday is the closing night, the grand finale for Essence Festival.
Mhm.
And this is the other thing people got to remember. This is Sunday is where all the family come out. You know, you got gospel in the day. You have people that come through and stay till the evening,
Mhm.
and they bring their kids and they bring you know, like it's just a
It's
beautiful
a
time.
family event. It's a
It's a family event.
family
So,
vacation for a lot of Black families.
right. So you got little kids there. You got, you got old grandmothers. You got old geezers like myself. And we go to sit there and we want to enjoy the festivities. But what they weren't prepared for was stuff like this. Wait, hold on. Okay, hold on. We're going to get that out of here. I like the beat. And shout out to Megan Thee Stallion. Listen, Megan, I know you're an artist. And they cut the big bag because they know you were popping. They know you've been popping. And, you're a great artist. They know that you would bring some controversy to the event as well. We know that. As you know that we see the play. But this is Sunday. This is when the kids are in the building. I don't know. I do not know if this was the best for Essence. And we can look at it in the past of some of the closing acts like Janet Jackson,
Beyonce.
And that, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, I was the only one allowed when Beyonce performed at Essence. I was the only one allowed backstage getting those shots. So you guys are going to see what I got cool coming out backstage. Shout out to Julius. It's Julius, right? A bodyguard.
Oh, yeah, Julian.
Yeah, Julian, bodyguard. And then shot the concert. I mean, she had all nice white on. I remember because I got the photos. I ain't gonna bring up here so you guys can screen. No, we're not doing that. But what this Megan should have been performing on Saturday with the hip hop night and not Sunday, in my opinion.
Well, ironically, Saturday night we had a legend, Missy Elliott, performed, and it was, to me, I want to make sure that we highlight the good as well as the bad. I think that Missy Elliott gave one of the most amazing performances that Essence has seen. And I think it was because it was based solely on creativity. And it's ironic, I heard the conversation this weekend because we got to also show what happened with Miss Janelle Monae as well.
We're gonna get back to that other.
Essence has been looked at as a family event. So Missy's performance was theatrical, it was creative, it was colorful, it was futuristic, it was everything that Missy is known for. And I heard so many people saying, well, some of the things that we're seeing these girls doing because they can't get on in hip hop if they don't show their body and if they don't sexualize themselves. But the proof was in the pudding on Saturday night because Missy Elliott is being entered into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. They celebrated that night, and she did not show any. She didn't twerk. I mean, she might have twerked, but she had jogging pants, so you couldn't see anything. It wasn't degrading or disrespectful. It was all about true dance and real hip hop. And so I think Missy Elliott was a great headliner.
She should have closed the show.
She should have closed the show.
She earned, listen, Essence. Missy Elliott earned the right to close that show out. She's a legend. Missy's a legend. And no shade to Megan, but Missy Elliott should close this out. And then put a 1 in the chat, ladies and gentlemen, if you think Missy Elliott should have closed out Essence Festival for Sunday night. Just put a 1 in the chat. We want to do a survey here. This is important. Essence was, you didn't have it for the pandemic. People were looking forward to see how they would come back. Were they coming back stronger, bigger, better? This probably is going to turn people away from Essence.
Actually, Dennis, people were getting up and leaving during Megan's performance because you got to realize there is a reputation that Essence has, and it's as it's like the create. I mean, we have this. Kamala Harris was there. There's this idea that Essence is the best of Black culture, the best that we have to offer. So you have the gamut of families. Frankie Beverly and Maze used to be a big draw at Essence. So you go from that. A lot of these, the demographic for Essence wasn't necessarily Megan's demographic, right? So when she got up, the clip that you showed was once she was off into it, but she got up and immediately when she was introduced, she said, it's a hot girl summer. We about to twerk, I turn this MF up, blah, blah, blah. And a lot of those Essence, faithful supporter, loyal women that are there every year patronizing businesses were really not prepared for that. They just were not prepared for it.
And it's going to probably be backlash for some of the sponsors.
Yeah.
It's going to be a backlash for some of the sponsors. If you think about the lyrics, if you look what was said in the lyrics for that night, they censor the performers. You can't do this on this night. They literally censor artists. I've seen it happen. If you do X, Y, and Z, you'll breach your contract. And this is a family function. So who's at the helm of Essence right now? Do you know?
I don't know. And I wonder that maybe someone can share that with us because it's very different. And I heard people saying that Essence is going after a younger demographic. And, they could be. But what I do know about the demographic.
Trying to take BET Hip Hop Awards out or what?
I don't know. And we didn't talk about BET because BET Hip Hop Awards seem to be confused with the BET Awards. But because at the the BET Awards, which was usually in June, right before Essence, Sexy Red sang a song about her booty hole being brown in front of gospel great Bobby Jones. So I think that this is what I want to ask the chat, and Dennis, you as well. People are saying they are defending this because they're saying it's the culture. But is our culture defined by over-sexualization, ratchetness, and vulgarity? Is that how we're defining culture at this point?
I mean, it's Essence is our culture. Yes and no.
What does that mean? What is yes and no?
No. Yes is our culture, but it was a two-part question.
Okay, but I'm saying, are we defining ourselves solely by vulgarity at this point? Because people are saying they're defending the fact that the BET Awards was celebrating hip hop, but still the BET Awards, again, if we look at the people that have attended the BET Awards was sophisticated. Denzel Washington, Hollywood's A-list is a sophisticated evening. Yes, it involves youth and the trends, things that are trending, but there was a certain level of decorum that was there that just is missing. And the same decorum was missing from Essence. And I'm wondering, are we assuming that because we're true to our culture, that means we have to be vulgar? We have to let go of any sense of decorum. Is that what we're suggesting is now the face of African American culture? And if so, that's really sad.
It appeared that they were going for the whole shock and awe effect. That's what I got from this. And while we talking about shock and awe, Megan can't get all the smoke. We got to share the smoke. We got to bring the other artists up who too did a little too much. Let's go. Okay.
Sweet mother of God.
What is going on?
What is happening?
What the heck?
What is happening? What is happening right now?
Let's unpack this performance. Essence. Now, it was an honor for artists to be able to perform. And I'm not saying it's not an honor now, but to be able to perform on a Sunday at Essence, that's when the building is packed to the nine.
Now, Janelle wasn't on a Sunday, but still, let me tell you something. This is how bad it was. Well, first of all, we didn't talk about, India Ari spoke out about the Megan performance and the Janelle Monae areola. And India Arie is someone that has won multiple Grammys. She's obviously performed at Essence many times. And she basically said the issue is context, that not everything, humanity does everything, but does everything belong on a stage? Is everything for kids? Is everything for everybody? So when we as a culture make something like this mainstream, it shows a lack of discretion and discernment. That was part of the quote from India Arie. Uncle Luke performed. Uncle Luke got sent Janelle Monae's performance, and he said, "What is this young woman going through? Is this a midlife crisis? She used to be about more than this." If
Uncle Luke,
shocked,
Uncle Luke, if Uncle Luke is offended,
if
just
Uncle
think about
Luke
that.
says Janelle Monae is more talented than this, what is she doing? We don't look at her like this. What in the heck is happening?
When Uncle Luke calls you out for vulgarity,
We done hit rock bottom. It's got bad when Uncle Luke says, "What the hell's happening?"
yeah. You know, and a lot of us, a lot of us old heads, we love to go to Essence, you know, because it's a family event, and the draw is crazy because with all the vendors. Ladies and gentlemen, I wanted just to let you know that Crystal has a little cold, so you know she's not smoking nothing. She's literally, you know.
I'm sipping on some tea in my
Tea.
ATL Fashion Week mug.
Wait, hold on. Let me see the cup. Hold on. Is that Miss Angela Watts's ATL? Where's my cup at, Angela? Angela Watts. Okay, we're going to talk about this. Send out this clip, ladies and gentlemen. Tag Angela Watts. We need to get Angela. We ain't gonna do that right now. But yeah, this is gonna lose Essence's audience. I feel like the backlash that they will receive, somebody might lose their job. I don't know. But they seen the rehearsals, they seen all this. They know.
Yeah, I think that Essence has lost sight of what Essence is, right?
Right.
And people are comparing it to Little Kim, Foxy Brown, and definitely Luke definitely brought a lot of that. And I don't think any of us are saying that there's not a place for that. I think the problem is that was not the place. Sunday night at Essence Music Festival was not the place for the hot girls that want to show their behinds to that might not have been the place for it. That's what we're saying. I'm not saying that there's not a place and that we don't need balance and that there always isn't a need for balance, but it seems like we've moved away from balance and people are saying this is what the music calls for, but that's not true because Missy Elliott is one that has done it better than anybody else has done before, and she's never taken off her clothes or showed her areola, and the music is fire.
Nor has Queen Latifah.
Nor has TLC. I just have to throw that shameless plug in.
No, that's TLC. No, but that's real. So, do you think that this is? Do you think Essence? This is not like not the end of Essence, but do you think that they're going to lose a lot of?
I think people. I mean, anytime people are getting up and leaving, and because you got to remember, there are a lot of people that agree with that, but aren't on social media and aren't going to say anything. They're just going to remove their support. I talked to so many people this weekend that said that because of the way the vendors were handled, there were far less people there. There were a lot fewer Black small businesses that were a part of the entire convention center. And so I think there's going to be a response to this in its totality, not just the concert, but when you take the concert and the fact that Essence had this, this beef that they took public to silence other Black female writers. And then you also add to the fact that a lot of Black businesses were not invited that have been a part of Essence for years. I think there's going to be a huge response, and it's going to definitely affect what happens in 2024. I hope they can make some changes because I do think it's a part of the culture, and it's one of the most beautiful experiences I've ever witnessed, being a part of going to Essence Festival every year, seeing so many amazing entrepreneurs and showing of art and
great fashion, the fashion shows, the beauty shows, the beauty classes, the fashion classes, and just a great look.
Mm-hmm.
And while we talking about fashion, I want to talk about the queen, the queen of hip hop's fashion. Queen of hip hop. Should I call the queen of hip hop fashion? Let me just bring her up.
Spectacular that people just expect every year to be more amazing than the last, and it's so hard because imagine like competing with myself.
Shout out to Cardi B.
Cardi
B has been trending. Cardi B has been trending on social media since Paris Fashion Week started. Each look led to the next best look.
Mm-hmm.
And she's basically probably the only female rapper in hip hop in the last 50 years that has dominated Paris Fashion Week. Do you think about it? The way she's dominated Paris Fashion Week is extraordinary. You've seen the looks.
Yeah.
You've attended fashion shows.
Mm-hmm.
She's owned it.
Yeah.
She's engaging. Only thing I had an issue with what Cardi said, and Cardi, we're going to talk about this. You talked about the paparazzis, the American paparazzis, Cardi. Cardi, I got to bring the smoke to you, Cardi. I would never take a bad picture of you and post it. I can't speak for everybody else, but
that sounds personal. That sounds personal, Dennis. I think
she was just talking about
Yeah, I was saying it's like she was talking about the majority, and you guys know the majority of the paps are some, and I love the paparazzi. As a publicist, I have a great relationship with them, but some of them become a little too aggressive, and we've seen that in the time, in years past. Dennis, you're not one of those,
right? But people are gonna take this clip and say, "Hey, Cardi, Dennis was talking about you." I'm like, no. Hold on. I spoke too soon. I have to end this live. No, I'm just kidding.
I was like, what? We got a guest on. We got more topics. What's going on?
So hold on. I know we have some other. You have another guest coming up. Let me know when she sends you she has the link.
Yeah, she has the link.
Okay. I want to wait to get into the main story, but I want to get the guest because I don't want to. This is interesting.
Yeah,
this is interesting.
Being a part of something that I'm. I feel like sometimes, Dennis, when you handle yourself with class, as I try to, I think people they let the smooth taste fool them. You know what I mean? Like they think because you're a classy person and you handle yourself like a lady, like you can't come back at them if need be. And I believe I have a there are a lot of things I believe in, and this next conversation is one of the causes that I believe strongly in. And I think somebody, because I'm a nice person and I carry myself with decorum and class, they thought they take kindness for weakness or being a good person for being weak. And
they don't know you ride horses. they don't know that you. Listen. I've never gotten on a horse.
You've never gotten on a horse, Dennis? Are you serious?
I've never gotten on a horse.
Dennis, we gotta fix that.
No, hold on. I got on the Iron Horse in New York, the subway, but I never got on a horse. I see you on a horse. I said, Crystal, you horsing around again? I think our guest is in the building. I said, she better turn some light on. She's like in the dark. She's sitting in a car. What the heck? She coming in with some smooth music. I know it's late, but she need to turn some lights on. Ladies and gentlemen, one of our special guests is in the building. Don't be coming over with no chicken wings and nothing, none of that. Ladies and gentlemen, Angela Stanton King.
Hey everybody. Listen, I'm actually out tonight having a good time, but because the two of you are my really good friends, I said that I'm gonna stop everything that I'm doing and I'm gonna come in here for a minute. Look, I'm borrowing these people's lights. See?
You took a whole lamp.
I know, right? What's up, guys?
Hey.
What's going on? We were just talking. Crystal was just talking, and she was talking about, a event that is a program that is dear and near to her. Crystal, can you finish talking about that? Because Angie came at the right time.
Yeah, I'm glad Angela joined now because I was saying, I think it's funny because Angela, we've been friends for years, and Angela would, she would go after the smoke, but I actually, it's funny because I don't trust people very easily. And she brought to me a program she was working on with Auntie Angie's house to help save Black life, specifically to help save life, but also Black life was the main point, because we know so many of our girls feel like they have no option besides abortion. And Angela said, we got to do something. And I was like, okay, let's do it. So she created this entire program to save lives, to save babies, so that girls have an opportunity to have another option as opposed to abortion. Don't think that that's your only option. We're going to help you. We're going to support you. So working on this grand opening for it, we sat down and talked, and she said, hey, this lady is coming in. She has an event. I'm giving her a chance to be a part of it. And I was watching the lady, and I'm quiet, but I was watching her. She was listening to everything we had to say. She was acting like she was 10 toes down, and I felt like it was fake, right? And so we were there getting ready for the grand opening, and I mean, she was going out of her way. She was there early in the morning. She was there for the entire thing. The day of the grand opening for Auntie Angie's house, we had some of the mothers come. We couldn't have all the mothers and all the babies there because the media was there. And so I remember bringing the media in. Angela, you were making sure that you had everything ready. So Angela, I'd pull her over for an interview. And this woman who was supposed to be there volunteering and helping and serving, she was paying more attention to the media. And every time I would turn around, I would have Angela do an interview. And then the next thing I know, she'd be over talking to the reporter. And I said, you know what, Crystal, just be cool, be cool, because I'm really protective of the people I mess with. And Angela's one of those people. So imagine my surprise when I looked at Instagram after, being at Essence. I look at Instagram and I see this woman has put up a post basically bashing us because there were some of the babies there were not African American. They were white. I was in a picture holding a baby, and she is basically crapping on the entire organization.
Wait a minute, hold on. Exhibit A?
And that's the woman that's standing right next to me in the pink. I'm holding the little baby because at the end of the day, life is life. And the organization was to save lives, and that's what Angela's done. And so she put grinning like I think she meant Cheshire cat. She just couldn't spell that correctly with that white baby. So with that being said, I want Angela. So I put up I put a response on Angela's page because first I text you and I was like, is this that same chick that was there? And you said yes. And I was like, I wish I had said something more because I felt like her energy was there. She was jealous of what you were doing, and I could read it in her actions that day. But she's known as Michi X, and I just want you to kind of speak to what happened, because by the time I hit you, it already went viral.
Before she starts speaking, I just was sent a clip. I want to play this. I want you guys to explain what's going on here. Let's go.
Having white people call me racist and you calling me racist because I don't like non-black kids or I don't give a fuck about them, bitch, that's laughable to me. Fuck them kids. Yeah, I said that. Fuck them kids. If they not black, I don't give a damn.
Okay, so Angela.
What the irony in what she's saying is that she has admitted herself that her father is white and her mother is black. She's half white herself. That's the whole irony in it. So it's like it is hate, and it seems like that we got control agents within our own community. One of her main messages is how the black community got to come together and we got to look out for each other and we got to make sure that we support each other. And here it is that you came and crept your way in right up under my event, put yourself right in the middle, just so that you can come back and sabotage a movement that we know has a focus on black life. Another thing that I can't understand is anybody that is in business, you know that we have discrimination laws. us operating as a pregnancy home for women and a nonprofit organization, it is against the law to turn someone against away because of the color of their skin. I wouldn't do it anyway, but it's against the law and you can get shot down. And what's so sad about this situation is that this person is overlooking 20 years of work that I've done, and both of you all can testify to this, in the Black community, not tooting my horn, not wanting no reward. I ain't never been no show off. I really just been out here behind the scenes doing the work, working with our schools, working with our juvenile detention centers, working with the shelters, working with women. Auntie Angie's house is very dear to my heart because of my own personal story. And everybody knows that story about when I came home from prison and I had those babies and we had nowhere to go. We have a Black maternal health crisis that we are currently facing in this country right now. If there is a focus on Black women dying, then why can't there be a focus on Black women living and their babies living with them? This is sad, and it just makes me so upset because we're always preaching these messages about how we can't trust white people and white people are the enemy and white Republicans are racist and everybody white is a racist and white people are holding us back. But this is another Black woman that intentionally just came and slid up under me, went and bought 2 playpens so she could say she did something. I cashed out her that money back on live because if you don't have good intentions behind it, I don't even want your money. I don't even want that type of energy around Auntie Angie's house. And I told everybody, anybody that support her, that if you donated to Auntie Angie's house and you want your money back, you can email me because we're not in the business of trying to scam the community. We're trying to save the community.
I just think looking at what transpired, and I don't know Michi X at all, but it's it's just weird to me that you would attend someone's event and just go online and just say some of the most evil things, hateful
She's in the
things.
picture. She's there in the picture right next to me, which is
Well,
Auntie.
I know that, but let's talk about what she said in the clip, and let's put that in perspective. Why did she think that you had an organization that was going to be solely dedicated to one race when you about pro-life?
Well, you also have to ask is why the event was over 3 months ago. We did our grand opening in March. There you are standing next to Crystal in the picture with the white baby, skinning and green.
With a big smile on your face.
You went from the grand opening to having this Black agenda where you said you was raising money for Auntie Angie's house. That didn't never happen. She did offer us $1,000, but I turned it down because she said she didn't make no money. But that went from me trying to scam the Black community. If I was trying to scam the Black community, I would took the $1,000 that she offered us. Something told me don't take the money because I knew something wasn't right. I told her, no, that's good. Y'all keep the money. It's about the community. I didn't take it. You go through with that whole event, and now here we are 3 months later, and you come into the internet and you bashing our organization, talking about I'm scamming Black people to take care of white babies. First of all, the disrespect, because I have put in major work and have been I'm talking about, and took major hits trying to wake Black women up to what's going on with not just Planned Parenthood, but this attack on Black life from the top all the way to the bottom. And people have hated me for it, and I don't care because I'm going to scream and tell the truth. We now have a solution. Like, what? I don't know if it's the white in her, since she's talking about we can't trust white people that's tearing down Auntie Angie's house. But where is this Black unity? Like, why are you trying to destroy something that's in a Black community? And reality is this: they have 2,800 pregnancy resource centers across America, but none of them are in a Black community. We have provided a life resource in a Black community. And if you got an issue with what we're doing, just start your own. Like, there's a need.
So let me ask you a question, because I'm not calling her op, but I'm getting op energy just based on the behavior. And was there ever a point in time where she was under the impression that you were just doing outreach for or helping just uh, uh people of color? Or
Well,
did you ever give that impression
You all know how profound I am speaking about this attack on Black life and the Black maternal health crisis and the Black babies being aborted. But yet and still, anybody that follows me, anybody that was at the grand opening, anybody that follows my social media, you know that I have God babies of all different colors because I post them and I talk about them. It's a part of who I am. Not only that, our spread in the AJC, you see a picture of a white baby, you see a picture of two Black babies. Like, it's nothing to hide. But why does it matter? We are talking about innocent children. This should not even be a topic of a conversation. If you're going to go after an organization, it's because they misuse funds or it's because they did something to harm
Right.
somebody,
Yeah, yeah.
not because they
That's not
gave
even the
services.
conversation. Which
Not,
there's
not
some also. I'm sorry, Angela. I didn't mean to cut you off, but there's some text messages that were also uh, posted where her mission is to take your organization down.
Yeah, I think I mean I'll say this, and I told Angela this, and Angela, we talked about it beforehand because I was just suspicious of the fact that she wanted to be there and she wanted to ingratiate herself so much. She was asking a lot of questions the day before when we kind of met up, and I know the position that Angela is in. I don't, Angela, you don't, you can look at your history. People know that you don't have to. I know, you feel like you want to make sure that people know what you're about, but the proof has already been there. And to me, it was very clear that she was jealous of the influence that Angela's been able to have. The grand opening was a collective effort. Anybody that's a part of raising money and getting change done knows that you cannot only have Black people involved. In order to really initiate change, you need partners that are outside the community to help move that needle. And so that's what Angela's done. So I feel like it's a personal attack, and she was jealous of what she's seen Angela been able to do, and she was not able to do that for herself. She was trying to direct the resources that Angela was able to amass for Auntie Angie's house, which was built on an authentic need and her passion, and utilize them for her event that was happening that weekend. And that's why she was there. I feel like she was a op sent to try to finagle. And we talked about that the day before. I was like, what is she here for? And that day I said she keeps, but really, when God has something on you, somebody can't take what God has for you. So she wasn't able to do what she was trying to do. And that's why we see her at this point as clickbait, because it's months after the grand opening. And all of a sudden she's putting out these videos because she's trying to pull Angela's audience. It's much like what Tasha K does. So I feel I can say that. I don't know if Angela agrees with that, but from me watching her behavior, she was literally there to seek, and we talked about earlier, our biggest issue in our community is often us being an enemy against each other. Her issue with being a biracial person, it feels like she has some internal stuff she needs to work on, because how can you hate half of who you are? That's not even realistic. She's got some mental
how can
issues.
you how can you be a biracial person hating on a biracial baby? Like, it's all stupid. At the end of the day, first of all, I can provide for whatever child I want to provide for. First of all, I
Facts.
mean, if we gonna take the BS out of it, and if I want to put a focus on my people, I can do that. So my question to the Black community is, why aren't they attacking Planned Parenthood the way that they have attacked me behind these allegations?
Mm-hmm.
Planned Parenthood has done nothing but market death to Black women, okay, and their
I
children.
think we need a whole show just to discuss that. I think that's we can go into a whole nother hour.
Well, I said what I said.
No, I get it. I get it. Well, Angela, uh, are you still accepting assistance with Auntie Angie's house? And if so, how can people reach out to you?
Auntie Angie's house is here to stay, and we're growing and we're expanding. That's why we up under attack, because there are so many major blessings on the way, and I'm just so grateful for the people that have gotten behind and supported this initiative. And the reason why we have seen the success with this organization that we have seen is because it's not about color. There are white people that know that our focus is Black women, and they're sending their money. There are Black women that's waking up and saying, you know what, our sister right. There are other Black people saying, hey, she ain't changed my mind about abortion, but I want to help women in need. So for anybody that's interested in supporting Auntie Angie's house, you can go to auntieingieshouse.com And as a community together, we're going to build this along with our allies. We're going to make sure that we have an Auntie Angie's house in every Black community across this nation. And if I got to do it by myself, I will. Because at the end of the day, somebody got to stand up and make a difference.
Angela, I want to thank you for coming on the show, and we got to do this again soon.
Thanks, Angela.
Thank you. All right. You address the elephant in the room lightly. So we need to just let's just talk about
Dennis.
let's talk about the unnecessary attacks on Beyonce's daughter. We're going to talk about that first before we talk about
Sukiana.
Well, yeah, I saw the whole Sukiana thing, and Sukiana with the Suki with the good cookies. But I want to talk about Cardi and her ability to procure Tasha K's brand. We talked about the valuation of, or we talked about the various assets that Tasha has. And we know based on how things were filed, with this, with a company's trademark, etc., that she has some very valuable assets.
Right.
And these very valuable assets can be used to offset, no pun intended, offset what is owed to Cardi B. We know this. We know that there are a lot of data. There's a lot of data available to Cardi B.
Right.
If she procured Tasha's platforms. Now the question is, will Cardi go that hard? Will Cardi say enough is enough? And will the trustees say, we're going to do an analysis and bring in some, and Cardi can bring in some of her experts and say what they believe her platform is worth. And this has happened. This has happened many times that the trustees have forced an auction. Wait a minute. Why are you still here? Why are you still up on the screen?
I was like, what are we doing? What is happening? What are we doing?
They have forced an auction because they need to get dissatisfied. But she's filed a chapter 11. She didn't do a chapter 7. However, if you didn't list these very valuable assets in your chapter 11, there's something bigger at play here.
Right.
And the question is, will Cardi go that hard? Will she direct her team to go after all of her assets? Do you think Cardi put a 2 in the chat if you think Cardi should go after her brands? Put a 1 in the chat if you think she shouldn't. That's important because at the end of the day, there was money spent to get this judgment. I can attest to that. Just based on what I know, there was a lot of money spent. Is this the time for Cardi B to take her foot off the gas? Do you think this is the time? Especially when we see that Tasha hasn't changed her ways. She's not going to change. She's stepping on the gas. She's stepping on the gas with doubling down with her rhetoric against Cardi B. what is the incentive for Cardi B not to take the brand? What is the incentive? She has given her no incentive. So why should she, Crystal? Why should Cardi take her foot off the gas? Why? Tasha K is a black woman, so but Tasha K always attacked black women, so we can't play that game.
Tasha K I feel like it's almost like with Michi, she has some internal issues with herself because the people that she attacks the most are other black women. Like she really I heard today someone sent me some video of her or audio of her talking about Sukihana. She was like, "You dark, ugly, you look like a turd." Like she was just making physical accusations. And I'm like, Tasha is like the same skin tone damn near as Sukihana. Like, what is the issue? I think it's a lot of self-hate. And also she's been rewarded for the drama because she has been rewarded financially. So I don't think she's going to stop. You're right. She is doubling down. However, with Cardi in that rant against Sukihana, she did say she's going to keep mentioning Cardi. She's going to keep Cardi's name in her mouth, but she is being a little bit more careful about how she does it. She also mentioned a few times about the fact that she's in bankruptcy court, so no one else can sue her because she's basically trying to put herself in a position where she can't be sued because she's in bankruptcy court now. But this audio was a lot more careful with some of the things that we saw her not being careful with, last week in the deposition hearing that she had with the bankruptcy court. But it's amazing to me because some of the people in the chat, I would love to hear why people like being entertained. And Tasha K has called herself an entertainer. And she says this is not personal for her. She was making fun of Suki because Suki thought that she would be able to, she was upset that Tasha was going at her after she came on her show in an interview. But the way she was going at her, I'm like, this woman is crazy and she's got some real mental issues. So,
well, I'm not a psychologist, but I know crazy when I see it.
I've taken a few psychology courses. I don't have.
I have too.
Psychology, but I've taken a few psychology courses, and like you said, I know crazy when I see crazy. And to hear this woman talk about, she was like, "You gonna keep letting them treat you like a dark slut," and whether or not you're a fan of the way Suki carries herself or not, she was using terms that had nothing to do with her antics and everything to do with her physical makeup, which is very close to Tasha K's own. So I just feel like she's a woman that's lashing out and has a lot of pain inside. Cardi said that her kids aren't going to be able to go to college because she's going to keep going after it. And I think Cardi should, because I think it's bigger than Tasha K. I think it sets a precedent.
Well, hold on. I don't know about kids not being able to go to college. I think this is the results. This is the effect of the action. But
the effect of what?
This is the effect of her actions.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But I think that Cardi is overall is a really nice person, and she probably would have released the situation because she obviously doesn't need the money. But Tasha it's bigger than Cardi and Tasha. I think Cardi needs to go full forward, full force to show people what can happen because celebrities are people as well. You can't just constantly keep throwing daggers at people, lying on people, and just because they have money and they're a public figure, they have to take it. I think
this is why I say that. This is why I asked the audience: should Cardi go for all her brands because there's value to it, and nevertheless, there's some belief that some of these assets have been shifted over and moved over. But we do know what the judge said at the conclusion and during the pretrial of the initial lawsuit. If Cardi took the brands, Tasha K, Lie, and all these other things that she really doesn't, she says she doesn't own, and she's an employee, she's making $3,000 a month, but we know that's not the case. Just when they talk to someone like a Lovely T, for example, Lovely T knows what kind of money comes in, or the lead attorney knows what kind of money comes in because these are YouTubers,
Right?
and they're at the top of the echelon of YouTube,
Top
Black
of the food
YouTube
chain
space,
on YouTube.
right? Top creators.
Mm-hmm.
So the question is, if she's going to keep using her brand to attack Cardi B and other celebrities, what is the remedy? You know,
And can we just shout out Lovely T for doing it at that level and not being, dirty with it? Because somebody said in the comments, well, Tasha K does get exclusive interviews. And, I get that. She has a large following, and a lot of that is due to the fact that she's able to get those interviews. But I just want to say, earlier we were saying, I love the fact that Missy Elliott is able to do what she does in a way that's all creative and is not about degrading herself. And I love the fact that Lovely T is able to, she has an audience, she's put the work in, and she's not hating on children. Tasha K is talking about Blue Ivy. Like, what the hell? And I understand that we want to hear, exclusive interviews, but at what cost? So I mean, she's always going to have.
Hold on. We say exclusive. Are we talking exclusive quality interviews or just exclusives? Because do you think she ever get a chance to interview anyone from the Carters? Beyonce, never.
She definitely will not, and she definitely will not.
Put in the chat who's the biggest person that Tasha K has interviewed of celebrity.
It's scandal. It's scandal stuff. She and there's a place for that. There's a place for that. But it's not journalism. It's entertainment, and that's why she now is.
So someone just said to this text me said that she brought Suki Han's boyfriend or ex-boyfriend on her platform.
She did.
Oh my goodness. That's hitting so below. You're hitting so below the belt, Tasha.
There is nothing that she will.
Why you bring the ex on?
No, of course, because she's trying to hurt this young girl, misguided as though she is misguided.
Someone said the internet is Tasha's life now. What does that mean? What does that even mean? It's a life now. What does that even mean?
I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. But I did see that she brought in. I don't know what the conversation was, but I would assume that he was probably paid to talk bad about Sukiana, which is lame as.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I know she's brought actors on, and she's an entertainer. This is her platforms are based on entertainment.
It's based on entertainment, and it's based on scandal. It's based on scandal, the R. Kelly situation, stuff that is, and people love hearing dirt. You know what I mean? We love hearing scoop, juice, dirt. When I first became aware of her, as one of my girlfriends, Felicia, was like, "Ooh, she knows all the dirt." You know what I mean? Crystal, you got to listen to her. She knows all the dirt, and she does.
Well, how can it? Like, how do you benefit from that information? Like,
I think there's something in the human nature that loves to hear mess and gossip. We all do. I admit we love to hear it. We love to.
That's why you got platforms like TMZ, right?
Absolutely. Shameless plug to the silent.
Oh my goodness.
Shameless plug. But no, it's beyond shock value. I think there has to be a point where it's below the belt. And why would you be talking about this child?
I did. And her joke fell flat. It fell flat. It was you don't take humor in laughing at 11-year-olds.
And it's so weird because she's been saying that she has a problem with hoe culture, right? Which I actually agree with. I don't like the hoe culture either. But you're saying you don't like hoe culture, but yet you're antagonizing an 11-year-old because she dances like an 11-year-old. What does she want her to dance like? Now, if she turned around and popped it like she done been on something before, then it would be, oh, she's a hoe, she's acting like a hoe. But this child is dancing like an 11-year-old, and Tasha is just a miserable person who.
And she dances very well for 11-year-old.
Does she
like her routines, her execution.
Yeah.
I want to see. Has anyone seen a video of Tasha dancing? I seen a video of running out that courthouse. I saw that. She just got moves because she moved to that car door pretty quickly. I saw that. but I never seen her. Well, maybe she. I need to get a. She has a show coming up. I'm gonna help her get that Cardi
She
money.
does have a show coming up and a live show coming up. So
She has a show, ladies and gentlemen. She's gonna have a show coming up in Florida in October. I want you guys to, you know,
get some footage of her dancing.
Right, get the footage. I listen. I want you to go inside, be nice, get some footage. We need the footage. We want to see a dance.
Now I wonder this: is she gonna?
Hold on, Crystal. I'm still making requests here.
No, I get you, but
I have a list of things I want. Okay, go ahead, Crystal.
Is she going to be able to recoup the funds for this show? Is the money for the show going towards the judgment?
Well, we'll see. We're going to see. She's probably going to sell a bunch of tickets in advance because they're going to be someone out there to counting every head going in that building. Because she's been pumping. Listen, she's been pumping these ticket sales up. She might need a new venue. She might need a new because I know the spot where she's going to have it at. So she might need a bigger venue. So yeah, go ahead. Listen, if it's the money's going to be earmarked to the bankruptcy court, hey, let her get her bread. She says she's doing this to pay us, so let her get her bread.
But more of them. She's going to do a few more of the live events if that's what this is for. Now, let me ask you this. We didn't get any of the lawyers on today because I'm wondering if you.
And that's why we can't go too much into part 3 because
I'm wondering if you do get a bankruptcy, if the bankruptcy goes in her favor, what percentage of her money does she get a chance to keep? Because they can't garnish you all your wages, right? So there's no such thing. So if she does get the bankruptcy in her favor, does that
get past the fraud test first? There's a fraud test. We can't talk about this. Get past the fraud test.
In the event that a miracle happens.
I don't like we getting ahead of ourselves, Crystal. Yeah, literally based on what we've heard, we're getting ahead of ourselves.
I agree.
And you know what they say? If was a fifth, we all be drunk. And I hate to use the drunk analogy, but
with the winos.
Yeah. We need to get past the fraud test. We get past the fraud test, she's out of here.
Yeah.
But we gotta get past the fraud test. We're not there yet. And there's some things about to happen. We're not there yet. According to
paperwork is due, some receipts.
Yeah, we gotta get yeah. We don't listen. And the people say, why are you attacking this black woman? I'm not doing it. She had the options many times to just take down the videos. She said, no, I'm taking these cease and desist and wiping my behind with it. And that was told to the jurors. And the jurors heard this. What? You got these fine lawyers over here that work hard for their client, and you were ignoring the mailings. Even your lawyer should have said something like, hey, we might want to respond to this. But you said
you're painting such a colorful picture, Dennis.
Am I really? I'm just going. My memory is sharp when it comes to that testimony. And I ain't gonna take this away from her. She's a good entertainer. I don't really like her little Boosie reenactments. That's kind of corny. Yeah, I think that's corny. You got the face down pack, but I'm saying as far as makeup and that was good.
Yeah, people were asking her to do a Suki and she said no, she would not do that. But it almost like I think
do what? No, she's not gonna do that.
No, she enjoys. She knows that she's getting the Suki.
I didn't like. I'll be honest. I didn't like what Suki said about her mother. She should never would touch. Parent. That's no. That's just not cool. That's not cool. Don't talk about people's mothers and fathers and all that stuff.
I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of the art. And she did mention some good points. If Suki claimed that this persona that she pushes and promotes is not necessarily her. And I do think that's difficult to differentiate when you're talking about you enjoy throwing up on penises for somebody think that that's not really you. So I do agree with Tasha in that regard. Like, if you're gonna
What?
I agree.
Breaking news. You agree with
I
Tasha?
agree with Tasha because you can't.
You agree with Tasha?
I agree with Tasha in this. That's why I'm fair in this perspective, because she said that
You're not biased.
I am not biased. I'm willing to be honest and objective, and I do agree with her. Suki can't cry victim and say you don't really. You're trying to do this to support your children. You don't have to talk about throwing up on penises to support your children. I've supported two as a single mother, and I never.
No, you didn't.
I never did that.
I know. Listen, we
took care of my children.
This is feeling uncomfortable. Just even talking about this. This is just gross. Like, come on. What
I
are
mean, that's what a lot of her that's what all of her conversation is. And so when Tasha K called her out, I agree with Tasha when it comes to, I don't like the fact that our young women the horror and stripper culture is becoming mainstream. That's a problem to me.
Toria Williams said no one's coming to that show. The IRS is going to put.
No, that show is going to be packed because people.
I just want to see. No, listen. I want to see the lead attorney. He pulled up her last show in Atlanta, and that was hilarious. He walked through the club.
Oh wow! Wow.
Oh man, I was nearby, but he walked in the club.
Were you in the building?
I'm not answering that question. But he walked through the club. He literally went live. He walked around. He went to various sections, and wasn't that many people there. He went upstairs. He went downstairs. She pops out, sees him, runs back. She didn't have a security with her. She saw him and said, "Wait a minute, isn't the guy I just dragged on the internet?" He has the audacity to pull up, and sure enough, I give lead attorney. I give him that. He definitely pulled up, and it was funny because when she realized he was in the building, then he has the video of the security asking him to leave. But they didn't give him his money back. So I hope she put that on the tax on her filings because you owe lead attorney his refund. And I want lead attorney to get his refund because he might have to call them boys and say, no, actually the caller was the female agent. He wants his refund. So at least cash app him his refund. Because if that's not listed in your source documents, that might be a problem. Shout out to lead attorney. Shout out to the lead attorney. He did his thing. Ladies, should I pull up? She ain't gonna let me come in.
No.
She ain't gonna let me. She's not gonna give me an interview. I really don't want one.
She says she doesn't do interviews.
No. I asked her outside the court. Can I interview you?
No, she won't do that, Dennis. She's not gonna do that.
No, but this was at the court. I asked her, "Can I interview?"
I don't even blame her for not doing that. She knows where your loyalties lie.
Wait a minute. Don't do that. Don't do that. What are you trying to say, Crystal? What are you trying to say? You're trying to apply. I have loyal to anyone. I'm loyal to no one. Well, I'm loyal to a few people.
Dennis, you loyal to wherever that check is.
No, don't do that. Don't wait a minute. Well, we about to end the show here. I can't listen. This is into this. Well, I'm not an entertainer.
No. Dennis is a real journalist, and I respect that. But
they're going to take that clip. One of these. I don't know if we have any trolls on the show tonight, but they're going to take what you said, and you're going to become a meme, and they're going to do crazy things to it.
We definitely have trolls in this chat. We definitely have trolls because the last interview that the last time
look
we
at this. Look at Lucky. You don't got it. See, you don't started Lucky. Oh my goodness. See?
The last interview we did, she changed the name. Her husband's name was removed from Tasha K Live immediately, like damn near during the live. So we definitely have trolls during the conversation.
Yeah, they do. They go and it's just funny. It's like I was on Twitter and I had tweeted something and I was listening to a show on Stationhead. I'm like, they are fast. I literally tweeted, said, Dennis tweeted this. I'm like, wait a minute. I did. I didn't know I wasn't supposed to. So I get it.
But you know what? That's part of the game. We got to talk about something. We got to bring this around to something positive, right?
Yes.
I want to bring this around to something positive.
Let's go.
We have some.
Let's bring around something positive.
We have not had positivity this entire show. Essence
Anxiety,
That's
like the
positive. That's
anxiety is just
positive.
grow and grow and grow. Maybe because my looks are so spectacular that people
I
just
wasn't
expect
even
every
talking
year
about
to be more
Cardi
amazing
B.
than the last, and it's so hard because imagine.
And look at that. Her and Offset look so happy.
Speaking of happy, Nelly. Okay, let's show a
Yes.
little love.
Let's go. Let's
show a
go.
little love. Let's show a little love. Nelly sold half of his music catalog for
$50
$50
million.
million. What do you think? How long do you think before Ashanti gets an engagement ring?
See, there you go.
How long before Ashanti is finally
Oh my
off the market?
goodness. Crystal, you being
You're happy right now.
Crystal.
I'm just saying, I'm predicting that Ashanti is going to have a engagement ring on her finger before too long. $50 million. Go Nelly.
Well, hold on. Wait, first of all, Nelly has to want to get married too now.
Half of his music catalog. Half. I think Nelly wants to get married. Have you seen Ashanti in a swimsuit? I think Nelly wants to get married.
I'm not violating G code. That's my guy.
No, I'm saying
she looks proper.
Beautiful woman.
Looks great. I would say
recently, Grammy Award-winning artist recently teamed up with Harbor View Equity Partners for the sale of a collection of his renowned recorded assets. The partnership includes an acquisition of his chart-topping tracks, including Ride With Me, the popular collaboration of Dilemma, which features Kelly Rowland, and of course, his #1 single, Hot in Here.
Mm-hmm.
And so the founder of Harbor View Equity added this catalog has made an incredible impact on generations of fans. Works such as Hot in Here and Shake Your Tail Feather define an era of music, a unique blend of hip hop, R&B, and country music. That's the thing, Nelly went on the road with TLC a few years ago, TLC and Flo Rida. And the thing that's interesting about those three artists touring together is that they all have huge crossover appeal. And I think Nelly's been very, very smart with his with the way he's managed his career, and he has a huge audience. And so kudos to him. And again, kudos also, congratulations to our good sis Ashanti.
Yeah, and I would say that if he's thinking about getting married, this 50 million is a lot of money. Like Nelly hasn't seen a lot of money. Then that's only half his catalog.
That's only half his catalog.
Right.
He's still touring. He's still out there. And, Ashanti not doing too bad herself right now.
Do you think he would want her to sign a prenup?
I think he would probably try to.
You think that would be a deal breaker if she doesn't?
That's hard because, I don't know if her catalog would amass 50 million, but she's working. She's doing well.
Well, how many albums does Ashanti have out? Do anyone know?
I don't know about albums out now, but she's touring.
No, not now, but how many albums she has in it? We're gonna get Crystal. We're gonna get you out of here because
No, I'm good. She's doing well right now. She's had a whole rebirth. She looks amazing. She looks better than she looked in 1992. She's doing amazing.
Oh no, Black don't crack, and she's definitely
holding it down.
Yeah. I think it would be great if he goes the distance, but I don't know if I don't see Nelly getting married. I don't know why I don't see him getting married.
You got to think about this. They got back together after 10 years of being.
He's a Scorpio. I'm a Scorpio.
What does that mean? What's that mean? Scorpios need love too.
Yeah, that's true.
Scorpios need love too.
I'm coming. I'm almost finished here. Good. Yeah.
Scorpios need love too. And I feel like for the fact, if you saw the way Nelly looked at her when they first reunited and they've been holding hands ever since, I think a wedding ring is coming. An engagement ring at the very least is coming soon. You
think so?
I do. I think we need it. I think you showed a lot of love to Cardi and Offset. We talked about Beyonce and Jay-Z. I think we need another hip hop R&B couple. We need it.
Yeah, but I believe so.
Yeah,
I believe so.
Let Nelly get in on that.
Yeah. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, give love a chance.
Give love a chance.
Everyone needs love.
Everybody, including, and you know what, ladies, if you're out there and you want to know a little bit more about my co-host here, you know what, I think I'm considering doing a speed dating event here in Atlanta. Dennis, I think I can hook you up.
Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on now.
Yeah.
I wasn't fast with the button, but ladies and gentlemen, Crystal has left the building.
Dennis, no, before we leave, I gotta ask one question. We've gotta ask one question to the viewers because
okay,
I talk about relationships a lot, and there's a new precedent being set. We talked about Nelly and Ashanti, and if she would sign a prenup. We know that finances are a big part of marriage, right? And the consideration for marriage. So let me ask you this: if you did get married, I see this former New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio and his wife announced they are separating, but they will not divorce. They're going to date other people and continue to share their home. They're going to continue to share the home. They're legally separated and they're going to see other people under the same roof. If this is something that you guys think, what do you guys think in the chat? Put a 1 in the chat if that's something that you would do. Put a 2 in the chat if that's not something you would do. I will tell you right now, that is a number 2 for me. If Gun Boss is watching, just know that's not happening. That's not happening. I'm not into that. I think that's ridiculous. I would rather have a smaller house. I'd rather live in a condo by myself than in the house that I live in now with another woman, with him bringing other women in and out of the house. What say you, Dennis?
I say the rent is high in New York and it's cheaper to keep her.
So you would really be okay living in the house with your ex-wife and watching her bring other men in the house?
No, he never said bring them in the house.
Yes, bring other men. That's part. They're able to date other people.
No. Listen, bringing other men in the house was never the part of the conversation. The rent is high in New York, and they're probably paying about $40,000-$50,000 a month in rent in New York.
What? 40 or 50,000 a month in rent? No way.
That's the former mayor.
I know that, but hey,
maybe 8,000-9,000.
He says that's wild because he definitely used that interracial marriage in his campaign. So maybe now.
No. He's been with her for 30 years. They've been married for 30 years. They've been married for 30 years. Come on.
What does that mean?
That means that did he really need it? Well, I don't think. I don't know. I'll just say that they've been a couple for 30 years, and I think that he wasn't even 30. Where was he 30 years ago? Like, what was their relationship 30 years ago? What were they 20 years ago? He wasn't a maid. He was a maid for maybe 12 years. I don't think that they got together for. I don't know. I don't think so. I do know this. I do know the former first lady's publicist.
I would love to hear what the reasoning is. Why, first of all, why they made that announcement, because I don't think that needs to be public. Miss Brown said they repurposed the relationship. They did. They
repurposed. That's a nice way to put it.
I like that. That's a good PR term. We have decided
repurposed the relationship.
I don't know. You know, that's I think when you have children, I could understand you're not wanting your children to have to move out of their home, right? I do understand that. But I'm not gonna sit there. I would be, never mind. I don't want to incriminate myself on YouTube.
Where's my guy at? Because we might have to bring him on.
I'm gonna be quiet. No, we're not bringing him on because I already told him don't play with me tonight. He didn't already put it up. We're not bringing him on.
Adrian, come on! I'll bring you on, Adrian. Adrian, let me send you the link, Adrian. I need to bring Adrian.
Don't send Adrian no link. I ain't playing with him. If you said, hey, you said reduce, reuse, and recycle. That is not. No, Dennis, seriously, answer the question. Would you do that? You seriously do it?
Would I do that?
Yeah.
No. If it's over, it's over. It's done. We're not. No. We're not. It's over. We're not doing it. No, I'm not doing it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't live in New York, so.
Say my mortgage is not that high, so I don't know.
Right. New York is different, like you got to think about the lifestyle that she's accustomed to
That is
having.
true. I was talking to a friend of mine, and she told me that she was divorced, but she was not going to remarry because her husband has to pay her alimony for the rest of his life.
Someone said something.
So she's going to stay single, uh, and continue to get the alimony. It's kind of the same thing.
I agree with you, Jay. I agree, because you can't keep that a secret. You get first one is you go into these top restaurants.
I don't think they had to make an announcement like that though. I understand that, but it could have been quietly, like have whoever you're dating sign an NDA, right?
Yeah, in the perfect world, yeah.
No,
Those things only hold up so well. I mean, you know, certain people sign NDAs and it's come back to bite them. So I don't know.
I do, but I would still. I don't think it would be the same. They're not. They're not a high. I mean, they're high profile political, but it's not like they're on the front cover of magazines. But you're right. Sometimes people could try to blackmail or extort.
But he's not he's a retired politician. He's not.
Yeah, but I'm sure he still has a certain amount of connections and weight in the city.
Oh, wait a minute. Do you think that came out because someone knows something already and they got ahead of that?
Probably.
Smart move, Mr. Mayor.
Probably.
Something came out, so you'll just put that out there.
Just get ahead of it. Just control the narrative, right?
Control the narrative.
Control the narrative.
Oh,
something's coming out. I'm going to be ladies, just send me a YouTube message, send me a message in my DMs on Instagram at Enchanted PR if you're interested. I'm going to be hooking up Dennis. We're going to be finding him the perfect match.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Why don't you give me a cue so I can hit the button, please? Because, ladies and gentlemen, she's doing. Listen.
No.
Ladies, hit up. Let me see what she can pull. Let me see what you can do.
I'm serious. Dennis. You should trust me. I've known you for a long time.
Oh my God.
I know the type of woman that you need. I can do this. Now, I need you to trust me. Ladies, Dennis is a very eligible
I was going to ask Tasha to hook me up.
Very eligible bachelor here in Atlanta, Georgia.
Hey, not too. No, hold on. I'm not too eligible now. Don't.
Oh, you're eligible.
You just made me ineligible just by saying that. This is entertainment, huh?
Hey. Dennis is gonna be one of my bachelors in my
Listen. She be having some beautiful guests on the show. You be having some, and half of them be on the way out anyway. So like. No, listen. You put a list together.
I have a lot of beautiful friends.
Listen, put a list together.
Women.
You know what I like. You know what I like.
I do. I won't name any names, but I do.
No. You know what I like. Don't put it out there.
That's interesting, but
hold on. I would ask it. I want to ask this question, but you gotta be listen. Don't be messy.
I'm not.
What do you think one of the qualities I'm looking for?
Well, I would say one of the qualities I think that you need to be aware of, Dennis, you obviously work with a lot of women. So you need someone that's very confident in herself and has her own thing going on.
I like that.
Because, you're not going to stop being Dennis Byron. You've been doing this for years. Yeah.
I like what she said, but she's about to go somewhere.
Get me out of this Stop taking me out.
Listen, Crystal, I want you to put a list together.
Wait.
But hold on. We run out of time.
But you need a woman that is very comfortable in her skin, very comfortable. Also, one that would be able to look great on your. Oh my God! You know what? I don't like this.
You might have to host your own. What are you talking about? Listen.
Forget you.
Listen. I'm too old for that eye candy. You about to say eye candy? Listen.
Ain't no such thing as too old for the eye candy.
No, listen. As long as she's breathing, she's achieving.
That's not true. No such thing as too old for the eye candy. No such thing. Don't get it twisted. I don't care how old a man is. He still likes eye candy. Don't do that.
No, listen. I appreciate you, Crystal. I want to see your list. You know,
I got it.
I got to run the list past my mama.
Hit me up, ladies. I got you.
Oh wow. You know I do backgrounds on my potentials.
Oh, I'm gonna do backgrounds too. I don't need nobody coming in and throwing off the vibe. Don't mess up the money.
Right.
That's the first rule. Don't mess up the money.
Listen, Tasha may send somebody for devious reasons. I'm watching out for everything. Right? Listen, I know all the plays, girl. Don't try. I know all the plays.
That wouldn't work.
I know all that. You
been here, done that.
Been here, done that. Listen, not getting in this. None of that. The best.
I'm not gonna say anything.
But yeah, we'll leave that alone. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you coming on. This is good. Our attorneys who are, I guess they have court, or
they're preparing for court. I said maybe they're preparing for court.
Prepare for court, yes. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. See. You trying to give me a case? We good.
Somebody trying to get you a case. No, I'm gonna give you
or their daughter. Am I looking for 20-year-old? No. Listen, I'm not. No.
Uh-oh, y'all ain't got Dennis riled up. No, we're gonna look for. Well, my age is gonna be higher than Dennis's age.
Wait a minute, you work with this lady, the last person? What are you talking about? 40 and up.
Okay, good. I was gonna say 40 and up. 40 and up, career woman.
Yes.
Don't be somebody sitting around the house trying to look for a come up because we're not messing up the money.
No. Hit Crystal up, hit up.
I'll screen the applicants and, bring a
This show's going a different direction. I don't know why this show's good.
You bring a relationship analyst on.
Right. That's true.
Things. I just had to, get a little bit out. And I really do want everybody to find love. Dennis, that's my mission in life. I really want people to find love. I think love makes life so much better.
Yes.
Gives you more balance. And you need balance in your life, Dennis. You need balance.
Why do I feel like this is directed to me?
I want you to have balance.
I want
everybody to have balance.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to have balance. So, after a long day of being in court, you come home, get your home cooked meal, somebody rub them shoulders down.
Well, hold on. Let me go eat my dinner because ladies and gentlemen,
it's probably a woman at the house. It's probably the woman at the house like, I'm in here doing all that stuff and don't have a ring on my
I don't know why. Listen. I'm just helping. Listen, this was a setup.
Dennis, I'm helping.
Listen. I want you to go ahead and take care of that cold. Because
I'm good. I have my balance. My balance is on the way home.
Okay. Rub it in my face.
No, I'm trying to help. But I was single a long time, waiting for balance.
What's that rub in between? What do you know, Sonny? What do you know about that? All right, listen. Now hold on. This is what we're gonna do, Crystal. This is what we're gonna do right now. Before we're gonna do this.
Okay.
I'm gonna drop a link. Let me see where the courageous woman at. I'm gonna drop
love this. Let's do it.
I'm gonna drop a link in the chat right now. Let me see what you're working with. Let's do a speed date right now.
I am going to quiz the woman. Let's go.
Right now, I'm gonna drop a link in the chat. Let's see what you're working with.
Let's go. It's 11 o'clock. It's 11 o'clock. Opportunities knocking.
That's it. We need to play some music. I just dropped the link in the chat.
I'm just getting ready to put on the sexy music.
Oh man, I haven't gotten dance for them in a while, but hold on.
You guys, Dennis has videos of him dancing.
Well, hold on. I dropped the link in the chat.
Come on, ladies. I want a self-confident alpha female that knows how to have fun, knows how to take care of her man, to hit us up. This has gone a total different way than anybody would have assumed. I love it.
I said, I'm waiting. We need that waiting music. Come on. Come on now.
Come
And then
on.
I want to know what well, Crystal, you're gonna handle that because I may have a few questions. This is gonna be like
No,
the
I'm gonna conduct the questioning. I'm gonna conduct.
yes. Come on, ladies. Don't be not all
Don't be
you.
shy. I'm telling you, there's
Don't be
nothing
shy.
wrong. Time and opportunity. Time and
That's
opportunity
it.
to be a love
That's
match.
it. Don't listen. Come on. This is like quiet storm time. You can come in.
It can be
Just
a love match. You never know. You'll be able to say, I found my balance, found my love balance on YouTube. He was a hip hop journalist that brought breaking news to the people, and his good
listen. What
friend,
is happening?
his good friend.
Listen, all those will be in my DM. Don't get shy now because you ain't shy in my
You know
DM
what,
now.
ladies, come on. And I'm not that hard. I actually am a nice. You guys, if you watch me on YouTube, I'm very nice. I'm not.
Hold on. Hey, Sonia, hold on. Sonia Butler, don't go yet. Don't go, Sonia. Hold on.
Come on, ladies. It's not, the time is now. I'm only 7. She said I'm only 37. I'll be back in 3 years. Dennis really didn't want to say 40. I think he felt pressure. So
Don't see that.
if you're 37 but think you can handle it, come on in the chat. Come on, join the chat.
You can handle
it. But you think you can handle Dennis Byron? We'll accept it. We'll accept it.
We have one here.
Okay, I love it.
You're gonna bring it up. You're gonna have to get on camera now. Don't just give me the voice now.
You got to get on camera. You can't not be on camera.
Okay, well, I'm not coming up.
You're up already. You're up already. Don't play.
You can't do that. You can't do that, D. That's not fair.
D, hold on. D, is that your picture?
Yes, that's my picture.
Okay, that looks good. The picture looks good.
Okay. Okay.
Crystal, go take over, Crystal.
Okay. All right, D. First of all, let me get what's your first name?
Dana.
Dana. Okay. Hello, Dana. First of all, thank you for jumping. I love a woman that's confident and knows what she wants. First of all. So what is it about our investigative reporter, Dennis Byron, that piques your interest?
He's very intelligent.
I like that.
Very good conversation. Easy to talk to. You guys vibe really well. He seems very respectful.
Okay.
Except when he bleeps you out when he doesn't like what you say.
Thank you, Dana. Thank you. Thank you for saying
D,
that.
You might have experienced that too now.
I need to be able to control this part of the show. Okay, so Dana, what other? I like the fact that you said intelligent, because that lets me know that you are the same way, because only an intelligent woman wants a man that has that quality. Sometimes women are not looking for that, and that's a problem. Sometimes the first thing women are looking for is other things. So outside of intelligence and conversation, what are some things that you would like in a possible mate?
Someone who loves to travel.
Okay.
That's a must. You have to have a passport.
Okay. Well, Dennis obviously has a passport because he travels a lot. He does a lot of traveling. Let me ask you this, and this is the kicker for me, because, well, first of all, what do you do for a living?
I'm an engineer for the state of Maryland.
Okay, I love that. So you got your own thing going on.
Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I like that. Now, let me ask you this, Dana, because as an engineer, your workplace is very different than Dennis's workplace, right? And I think one of the things that sometimes throws women off is because he does do a lot of entertainment-driven events. How would you feel with him being around a lot of women, being at events with a lot of women, interacting with a lot of women? Would that bother you, or where would you like to see boundaries set in that situation?
That wouldn't bother me. I kind of like that. I like my spouse interacting with other people, because if he's really into me, he's always going to come back to me. So I kind of like it.
Okay, so let's get a little deeper there. You say you kind of like it. Now these are beautiful women, Dana. These are beautiful women that he's a photographer as well, so he takes pictures. He's going to be doing a lot of interacting, heavy on the women,
Well, no. I'm not. Hold on. I feel like you. I don't. I don't do a lot of photography anymore. I kind of, just special.
Dennis,
Wait, hold on.
let Dana answer the question.
Okay.
I'm a beautiful woman.
You are. I love. That's the right
So
answer.
what do I have to be in fear of? You know?
That's the right answer, Dana.
And if Dennis is attracted to someone else, I'm not his match. So I don't understand. Like, it wouldn't bother me.
That's the right answer, Dana. Those are all the right answers. I was like, there's no right or wrong answer, but that was the right answer. Absolutely. I love it. Okay. What do you enjoy? What would be like the perfect first date for you? What's the date activity that you would enjoy going on?
To the theater. I would like to see a play.
Nice. Well, we have to go to New York.
Definitely.
Go to New York.
Well, I live in Maryland.
Well, we still have. You like to travel? We're gonna have to go to New York.
New York.
And I have family in Atlanta. So.
Okay. Well, Dennis goes to New York often because we know he's from New York, and you're not far from New York.
No, not at all.
Okay, Dennis. Now it's your turn. What is what play would you take if you could pick any production there on Broadway? Where would you take the beautiful Miss Dana?
Do you want to go classic play or old?
You gotta pick based on the fact that we know she's an engineer. We know that she's open-minded to the fact that you have an entertainment career, and the fact that she enjoys culture and an educated conversation. Which play, which Broadway production are you taking her to?
Let's see what's out now. I don't know what's out now.
Dennis.
The Nutcracker. How about that?
December.
That was the most obvious. Yeah, you're right. That's Christmas, Dennis. No.
Well, listen, we're in July now, so
we are.
I don't. Well, okay, I don't know what production's out right now, but we'll have to circle back around to that.
I like this. Dana, how old are you?
Old enough.
Oh, okay.
You know, when they tell her age.
Hey, sometimes
I'm listening to the voice. I'm gonna tell you, I can, I'm listening to her voice.
Do you have children?
No, I do not.
Okay. Obviously, are you open to a man that has children? They're older. They're no little kids.
Definitely.
Okay.
Well, let me ask you a question. Is there any reason why you have not did not want children? Any particular reason why?
I did want children, but I couldn't find the right spouse. And I think that's very important to have children. You have to have a good foundation. And if you don't, I feel, and this is for me personally, not for everyone else, but for me personally, I feel if you don't build something on a good foundation, you shouldn't be building it at all.
I'm not mad at that.
Okay.
I'm not mad at that. What do you think about the question that we asked earlier? If you were to get married and you lived in New York or someplace where the cost of living was extremely high, would you consider separating but remaining married so that you could stay in the same house but dating other people?
I was listening to that and I was thinking about that. I don't know. Like you don't know what's really going on in that house. And they could be the best of friends, and one of them could be sick. You don't know what's going on in the house. So I really can't judge.
Okay.
And I really can't say what I would do or wouldn't do unless I'm in that situation.
Okay.
What are some of your pet peeves?
Pet peeves. People hurting children and elderly people. I cannot stand that. That's my biggest pet peeve.
Were you close to your parents?
Very so. Yes.
Okay. When was your last relationship? Like, was the last serious long-term relationship that you had?
About 2 years ago.
Okay. And why did that end?
I'd rather not say on live.
Okay.
Let's say we weren't a good match.
Okay. You weren't compatible.
good match. He wasn't a bad guy. I'm not a bad woman. It just wasn't a good match.
Okay. I like the fact that you didn't hate on him, right? I like that. All right. Well, Dennis, what do you think here?
Well, I have your question. I'm not
Ask
listen.
more questions.
Why can an investigative reporter not
Okay.
throw a few
I
questions
just
out?
believe in love. I'm like, I like Dana's
Well,
picture.
hold on. Okay, so what are some of your favorite foods?
Um, I love spaghetti. I love Italian food. Um, so I'm originally from Texas, so I love Cajun food. Um, I'm 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 from like a small town near Louisiana.
Oh, okay, okay,
Okay,
And,
that makes sense.
I love Cajun food, like
Okay.
dirty rice, red beans and rice, boudin.
okay. Dennis, did you know that Dennis is a cook? He's a chef as well.
I,
Oh, oh, I did not know that.
No,
I cook very, very well.
there you go. You're welcome, girl. Just
Very,
give you a
very.
little black side.
Let me ask you a question. If we went out to dinner, how many drinks do you think is normal to have at dinner? I can
For
I can
myself or for you?
for you. Oh, for yourself.
Mm.
Um, who's driving?
Uh, we might be chauffeured.
Okay, for sure. For me, one, because I don't drink a lot. And if it's my
I
first,
like that. I like that.
if,
She's quick on her feet.
if it's my first date, like I wanna enjoy the date.
Okay. Okay. I like that.
I have one. I have one. I have one. Do you consider yourself a more traditional woman or more of a modern woman?
Hmm. Now you have to explain what you mean. What's traditional and what's modern in your eyes?
Okay, so I'm just talking about like the social conversation, the social narrative of a more traditional woman kind of, allows the man to lead and is more like of the caretaker of the home, cooking and, making sure the home is straight for him. A modern woman is probably more focused on her job and, probably believes in more of a dual partnership as opposed to traditional gender roles.
Mm, I guess I'm more traditional, I guess, but I'm a career woman, so I don't know. I guess I'm 50-50.
Okay, what do you believe your responsibilities are if you're in a long-term relationship with a man? Like what do you feel you bring to the table in that situation?
Support,
Okay.
lots of love, um, long-term relationship. Hmm. Those are the only two things I can think of right now. Support and lots of love.
Okay. Dennis, what about you? Are you traditional? I feel like you're somewhat traditional.
I think I am pretty
Mm.
much. I'm pretty traditional. Well, what is traditional?
Right.
And that's
Do you
like
believe in providing for the woman? Do you believe in
yes,
providing
yes,
for the woman?
yes,
That's what I
yes,
meant.
yes, absolutely. Um,
Why can't we provide for each other?
You can. You absolutely can, Dana. We're just asking questions, trying to figure it out. But that is absolutely possible. Dennis, what are your pet peeves? Blaze Brown said, "Let's reverse it on Dennis. What are your pet peeves when it comes to
um, time showing up on time.
dating?"
If
Okay.
we have a date scheduled and I made a reservation at a restaurant and you show up 20 minutes late, we may lose our spot. And I'm how I am with like with you, Crystal. Time is big for me.
Hmm.
And I realized coming from New York to Georgia many years ago, people don't respect time,
Mm.
and I think you don't get time back, so you should be able to if you know this is something you want, plan it.
Well, here in, DC, Maryland, Virginia area, in finer restaurants, you have to put down a deposit to hold your reservation.
Mm.
And if you don't show up, they keep your deposit. Isn't
It
that
makes sense. It's DC. You got a lot of big influential people that they don't have a lot of restaurants in DC, so they can't afford to lose revenue because someone held up the spot. So yeah, time is one of them, and I think cleanliness, because I can literally walk around the house and you can it's pretty much clean all the time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Um, Dana, do you want to get married? Is marriage a goal of yours, or is that important to you?
Yes, it is important to me. I would like someone to share my life with. Yes.
Dennis?
Crystal, I want you to continue to review that application there, because she has some great qualities.
Well, the viewers love her voice. She does have a very I don't want to say seductive, but you have a very warm and welcoming voice. That's a good thing.
Can you sing? Do you have any musical talents? What are some of your extracurricular activities? Do you like sports? Do you like the gym? Do you like running? Do you like swimming? What do you like to do, sports wise, entertainment wise? Do you know how to shoot pool? Do you know how to play a good spades game? A few questions.
I know how to play spades.
Okay, I need a good partner.
I don't know if I'm a good partner, but I can learn. And
Man,
I can pick up anything really fast. Just show me once, tell me the rules, I'm there.
do you know how to play chess?
No, I don't. I
Okay.
don't know how to play chess. I sing. Um, I like singing. I play the flute.
Oh,
Okay. Okay.
I like that.
Uh,
Dennis, Adrian said, check your DM.
Okay. Okay.
I like that. I like she's well rounded. She's got some musical. I like that. I like that, Dana. Do you travel to Atlanta?
yes, every Christmas I spend Christmas with my family there.
What
Okay.
if
And
I don't want to wait until Christmas?
I can call
Dennis?
them up and tell them I'm on my way.
Uh-oh. Hold on. Crystal's intercepting. Dennis, that's your job, as the traditional guy, you need to make it
Oh, I'm
happen.
sorry. I was.
You don't
I just.
tell her that she needs to come. You need to extend the invitation and make it, comfortable for her to either send for her or you go visit her. You don't tell her to do that,
No,
Dennis.
no. Hold on. I'm sorry. I was in the middle of reading it.
Thanks, Crystal.
I'm gonna get on. No, you don't do that. You tell if you don't want to wait, then you step up to the plate, sir.
Okay. 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 Hold on a second. Hold on.
You better not. You better not do what I think you're gonna do.
No, no. I'm getting all kind of text messages. No.
Okay,
No.
this is
No.
getting text message. No, okay. So let me ask you this, Dana. In a relationship, well, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this more general question. Why do you think that you have been single for the last 2 years?
Um, I've just been trying to focus on me
Okay.
and being the best me, and that's it.
Okay. Okay. Do you think that what you're looking for is rare, or do you think that you just haven't found it out in Maryland there?
I think it's rare.
Oh, okay. Well, this one is a rare bird. In a good way. Everything that you say is very respectful, obviously very intelligent, um, very sharp. I think that Dennis just hasn't found the right one to, keep him connected. And he's in these Atlanta streets, which are not easy to date in.
That is true. That is
Mm-hmm.
true.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Okay. Um. I think. Hold on a second. I'm getting two texts. One of my guests might
What?
she just texted me. So,
You have
so that
another.
she,
You have another one that you're gonna bring in.
uh, hmm?
Dana, we need to. We need. Can Dana put her information in the chat?
No, don't put it. No, 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 no,
No.
No,
no, no,
no,
no,
I
no.
don't mean that. No, 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 not the
What
public.
are you doing here? What are you doing?
No. The private chat. The private chat.
Oh, the-
Can she put her email in the private chat? The
Wait
private
a
chat.
minute.
You can only get
What are
the
you
private
doing?
chat
What are
if
you
you're
doing? Someone said next. No, 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 no. What are you doing? Hold on. Hold
Dennis.
on.
We're trying to. I'm
No,
trying
is there a way to do that? Is there a way to put that in the private chat?
be
I
able
don't
to
know.
put it in the private chat.
Someone said next. That's funny.
That is.
No, 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 no. I'm reading the comments. Hold on a second. I'm gonna bring
Are you
in.
bringing another woman on?
Huh?
Are you bringing another woman on? I'm saying we need to get her information first, Dennis. No, I knew you were doing that.
No, 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 no. Hold on.
No, Dennis,
Listen. Listen. I gotta bring my boy up here. Listen.
Dennis,
You ain't gonna be tag. You ain't tag team me down. I need my boy up
Dennis.
in here. What's going on, man?
What's up, brother? Hey, she always I always got your back now.
I know. Cause you saw what she was doing to me, man.
First of
Yeah,
all,
yeah.
how lame is that? How lame is that? Dana, he done brought my husband on, and that is how he done brought my husband on, and look how he gets it.
I got your back, Dennis. I got your back.
Hey, I'm ready.
So I might have a spades partner.
Dennis,
We-
let me tell you a story, right? Let me tell you,
Adrian,
let me tell you a
Adrian,
story.
I know what to do, Adrian. Watch this, Adrian. I want Adrian not to be interrupted. Go ahead, Adrian. Tell me the story.
So when Crystal and I first started dating, right? Me with my background and stuff, I used to play spades a lot, right? So I said, this right here is gonna make our relationship or break our relationship. I asked her, I said, can you play spades? She said, yeah, right? Man, we went to go play spades. How about we lost?
You tell me she didn't know how to read the cards?
She didn't know how to read the cards. I started to break up with her right then and there.
Oh man. How did she redeem herself? Because once you lose a space game, you got a shit talker like me playing. You know?
Oh, believe me, I was playing with some shit talkers too. But the thing of it is, it was a personality. You know what I'm saying? Her personality, and to be honest with you, she's a woman's woman. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Yes.
She acts like a female, but but she's a woman's woman. Always dedicated, to her work and all that or whatever like that. But the thing of it is, when one big thing that I had, what was one of my pet peeves, she used to sleep with a computer in the bed, and I told her
What?
no.
She used to sleep with a computer in the bed.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
You got to unmute.
Yeah, I got. Oh yeah, hold on. I had to be careful because I didn't want to interrupt you, bro. It's good to have the controls.
Yeah.
She's good. Go ahead.
what's the point of this part of the conversation?
No, just
We're talking to Dana about
Dana ain't going. Dana's here
what
with
is
me.
this? What is
Dana's
the
here for
point
me.
of this unnecessary conversation? Now,
I love you, baby.
I love you too, but that's not what this is about tonight. This is about Dana and Dennis, and we're trying to see if
No, I want Adrian to ask Dana a few questions. Maybe I missed some things. Adrian, what questions do you have for?
Well, Miss Dana, what is your 5-year plan?
oh shit!
What?
I don't think Dana's there anymore. Did we lose Dana?
Dana, you're right here. Dana, what are you doing, Dana? Dana, where you at? Well, Dana, you got two. Dana, wait, you got twins? What's going on here?
No.
Back twice.
Okay. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Yeah.
Okay. My 5-year plan. Well, right now I'm working on starting a business. I want to build an apartment building for 50 plus and in the next 5 years. That's what I'm working on.
Okay, okay. Now let me ask you this. Since you live in Maryland, and Dennis is here, how do you feel about long distance relationships?
Oh, I don't have a problem with that. What, a plane ride is 2 hours?
Okay. But how often would you make that plane ride? And how often would you want Dennis to make a plane ride?
Um, when he's available and when I'm available.
Is that what's the number on that? Is that like once a month, twice a month?
We have
What?
12 months in a year. Let's do the math here. We got 12 months in a year. How many
2 weeks.
times in a year?
How many times in a year?
Right.
Um, I don't have a problem with every weekend.
Okay.
Okay,
Hey.
Okay,
okay. All right. Get them sky.
Ladies and
Get
gentlemen.
look. Get them sky miles. Get them sky miles.
Okay, Dana, I did not.
Oh,
Okay.
I mean, but you don't know if people have that kind of time. A lot of people are busy.
Well, I mean, I get that, but a thing of it is, I'm just gonna say a lot of men. I ain't gonna say most men. Most men like that quality time with that person that they want to be with all the time. So how would you accommodate that if you're living in Maryland and he's not there? How would you make him feel comfortable?
How would I make him feel comfortable if I'm, well, I don't know.
yeah.
I guess I would have to be with him to make him feel comfortable, right?
I mean, yeah, but what I'm saying is, how often would you do that?
As much as I'm available. If
No,
I'm,
no, no. What I'm saying is, how would you make him feel comfortable with the long distance?
When you're not available to come there.
oh, when I'm not available. Oh, FaceTime. This is a new world.
Okay, okay. Well, how about if Dennis has a engagement that comes up and he wants he want his arm candy with him.
If he has an event, I'm there. If he wants me there, I'm there.
I like Dana. She said, I'm there.
All right, all right.
Okay,
Well,
okay, okay. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. We have a winner.
People saying they wanted to get flew
Wait, which
out.
one? Which one of me?
It's two Danas
I
in it.
got two Danas. Listen, I don't really like to share now, Dana. What you got going on over there? Two Danas over
Well, when
here.
I first when I first asked Dana how did she feel about there being other women, she said a lot of women around. She's like, "Oh, I like it. It's
And
okay."
she's showing proof right here. We got two Danas up here.
all right,
Well,
Dennis.
well,
Hey,
Dana, I thank you for participating in this great conversation. I want you to reach out to Crystal, and Crystal has to, you know, continue her vetting process, and then she can, if she wants to, you want to give her your number so I can have it. Fine. I'm not going to ask for your number. I'm going to,
Not on live. I don't want
no,
everyone
no, no. I
calling
got,
me.
I got to earn that.
No,
I
no,
have to
no. You don't
earn
want
that.
to do it on live. You can send it to me on Instagram or Facebook, Dana.
Will do, Crystal.
Oh, well, someone that's a good question. Ooh, who
What
would have to relocate?
I like
I was
that.
I was just about to ask that.
You was Adrian. What do
Well,
you
I wouldn't mind relocating because I have family in Atlanta, and I have family in Atlanta and Texas, and I'm here alone in Maryland.
Oh,
So
okay, okay, okay.
Dennis, you ain't
Now
on that plane yet.
let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, Dana. So, how long? And then we'll have Dennis answer this as well. How long before, if you guys were dating each other, before you would want to know if you guys were exclusive or not? So Dennis is flying there, you're flying here. How long? What do you think? I mean, just a ballpark is a adequate time before you're going to say, okay, Mr. Byron, what's going on? What are we doing?
hmm, I don't know. Maybe 6 months. Maybe. Because flying back and forth every weekend, that's a lot.
It is a lot. It is a lot.
So maybe 6 months. I guess you should know if you at least like a person in 6 months. Right?
Oh, you should know more than if you like them. I'm saying if you are, would you have a problem if Dennis was dating other women along with you?
Oh, no, not at all.
She is very accommodating.
Because that's life.
Mm-hmm.
That's real life. And people don't understand that.
If she's dating other men after 6 months, Dennis?
Say it again.
I said, are you okay if she's dating?
Dennis said, I ain't trying to hear all that.
That's right. I'm saying 90 days.
You've been reading Steve Harvey's book?
Down. You see how man steps up and puts it down.
That's right. 90 days. It's 6 months. We put 6 months. A lot can happen in 6 months now.
After a certain age.
I have a question.
After a certain age, ain't nobody doing 6 months.
They not?
No, ma'am.
Man, we ain't doing that 6 month thing.
Adrian, how long before we were exclusive?
I want to say maybe a month.
That is funny.
I would say maybe a month.
Right, Dan. What's the 6 months, Dan? Dana's, life short, Dana. Step it up, Dana.
It's not that short, is it?
It don't take somebody that long after being a grown person. It don't take that long to know if you want to, try something for real or not. Like, what are we doing? And flying, if we were flying, woo, that's a lot of money to spend for somebody that you're not.
Right, 6 months, man. Sky Mile. I mean, wait a minute. Hold on a second. We saw my Sky Miles in 6 months down the road. Hey, well, we just gonna 90 days.
That's funny. Yeah, I mean, everybody's different, but
Crystal, you might need to look further into this one. She's on the fence already.
6 months makes me on the fence.
No,
accommodating. She said, "Oh, I'm not gonna rush him."
Nah, it's okay. You're old fashioned. I get it.
Especially if he's dating other people, he needs time to make up his mind.
See, the thing is, if I was traveling to see you, I'm not seeing someone else. I wouldn't. No, I don't play those games. That's a waste of resources. It just makes no sense. It's not.
Ladies, I want the ladies in the chat to pay attention to how a real man speaks. Like, this is like
great answer.
I mean, that's just how real men really are. Like, if they're not doing that, then chances are he's not really into you like that.
This is true.
I'm just saying.
Facts.
And he said, "Okay, Dennis." Okay, Dennis.
Dennis, I forgot what was your one of your pet peeves?
Time. He said
time. Showing up on
and cleanliness.
No, don't be late on the first date, right?
That's out the window, right?
Off the line.
No, he's good. I love him up here. Yeah, he's good.
I was late on our first date, and it was at my
well, what? You were late.
No,
he drove to my house.
I had to call it 3 or 4 times to wake up.
You was in bed with a laptop.
Where were you going on the date?
We're married now, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it doesn't.
You waited, you got the prize.
Oh, trust me, 3 times a charm. If she didn't pick up on the 3rd time, it was burning rubber out the driveway.
Wait a minute, you were in the driveway and she was in.
I was asleep.
Wait a minute.
This is not even anything to do with the conversation we were having earlier.
Hold on. I got somebody else I got to bring up. Don't go over there. Hold on.
Oh my God, is he bringing up his entire?
No, you got to stay here. Hold on.
Coming on. I don't know what's going on. We
Hold
didn't
on. I got.
talk
Hold on a
about
second.
Nene,
I got.
Dennis.
I got it. I got to bring this person up. This
Who is
is
this?
good. This is good. Dana, don't go nowhere now. Hold on. Hold on a second.
Who is this?
Oh man, hold on. Hold on. Yeah, let me get it. I gotta do this. Hold on. I
Jesus.
gotta send this link. Okay.
Dana, thank you for your patience. You're a
Thank you,
sweetheart
Dana. You are a sweetheart. Hold on.
dealing with
Hold
all
on.
this for Dennis.
Hold on. So like somebody has some input. I don't know what they're gonna come and say, but I send them the link. But yeah, she might be trying to step up now. She's been quiet for years. Let's see what she coming to say now. I don't know what this is about.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Wait a minute. She
Is
said
this a
send the link.
contender?
Oh,
Is someone else? Is this someone
is
else
this a
trying?
contender?
Is
Is
someone
this a contender? Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Is this the competition?
Who is this?
Michelle.
Is this Michelle?
Yes, I'm
Hey,
just tuned
Michelle.
in. I'm like, y'all having too much fun over here. I need to come see what y'all doing.
Michelle, shine some light on Dennis Byron. Dennis, let Dana know a little bit more about our good friend Dennis Byron.
Oh, what you want to know?
Oh my God.
Okay, Dana, you can ask a question. This is somebody that knows Dennis for real, for real. Any question you
What
want
is this? The dating game? What is this?
This
That's
is
what I think it is.
trying to hook
Oh,
Dennis up. I'm trying to hook Dennis up. I want everybody to have love. I want everybody to find love. So this is us trying to hook Dennis up with some, with the potential love interest.
oh,
Man, it's getting warm in the room.
What?
let's
Dennis,
do it.
don't worry about it. I got your back. I got
Thank
your
you,
back.
bro. Thank you. Thank you.
I want Dana to ask if she has any questions. So all she sees is Dennis online. If she has questions about who the man is behind Hip Hop Inquirer.
Well, let's see.
Dennis, you cheating. You cheating.
Dennis, don't do that. Dana, keep going. Don't
I'm
pay him
sorry. I
any
don't know what
attention.
happened. This.
He's a jokester.
What is his best quality?
Ooh.
Oh, you asking me that question?
She said you know
I'll let
everything
you
about
think.
it.
I mean, I just know him in a professional manner. I can say he's thorough.
Oh, okay.
Definitely thorough.
All right, I'm about to leave the chat on that one.
You don't run it off with me. Come on, don't leave me out here like
Look. Don't get that one. Don't get that Miss Crystal J started, man. Don't get her started.
What would you say, Crystal?
I would agree. He is. I think that ooh, best quality. I say that
hey.
he's very respectful of women. Even like there Michelle is. I was like, who is this little?
Well, I'm on my phone. I don't like being on live on my phone. You know.
We want to see your face.
Hey,
But yeah, I think that he's very respectful and like if there's anything happening someplace and a woman he's gonna definitely stand up for a woman, and I appreciate that.
yep, Dennis will have you back now.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh,
So
Dennis all quiet now.
No, I have my finger on the button. I didn't know when that.
I got a question. I got a question for Michelle. I'm sorry, Dennis. It had nothing to do with dating, but I gotta ask this question because we got Michelle in the room.
I'm
Okay,
scared.
Okay, now Michelle, you in the room? You got the glasses on. I gotta ask you this. Now today on social media, it might have started yesterday. Someone asked, I believe it was a TMZ reporter asked Nene Leakes, would she go back to Housewives? And Nene said the fans wanted that, so she would consider it if it was for the fans. Do you think, not Adrian jumped off, awesome. Just kidding. He's on his way home. Michelle, do you think that Nene needs to come back to the Housewives? Or do you think, and actually she suggested that the ratings were low because she was not on.
The ratings are very, very low since she left. Let's just start there.
Okay.
We on my channel, I talk about the ratings every week. We've been watching them sink.
Yeah.
I do think that a lot of fans do want her back. You know,
Okay.
she has her haters, but she does have her loyal Nene. I don't know what she calls her crew or whatever.
Mhm.
But you know, because they threatened to boycott when she left, when she first filed the lawsuit. So a lot of people feel like, you know, it's her fans that's making these ratings what they are. So
Mm.
you know,
What is
I don't know. And
what's the
you know,
possibility of Bravo entertaining the thought of bringing her back?
um, from what I know personally, anything is possible. I think that you know, she filed a lawsuit. She had to go through arbitration. Arbitration hasn't happened,
Mm.
so we don't know what the conversation is going to be. What's going to happen? You know what I'm saying? It could happen, could not happen. I don't know, but I do believe what she said was true as far as them erasing her, knowing that there was going to be an outrage when they erased her from that intro, that flashback scene. They
Mhm.
took her out of the five
That was
people who
shady.
was, yeah, it was shade, and she was right. It was the higher up. It wasn't the production company. It was somebody
Yeah.
higher than that, because the executives actually review the footage before it's released to the masses.
But
So if
don't you think that at the point that you accuse the network, and specifically Andy Cohen, of being racist, I mean, why would you still want to be in there? Like, if you really believe that.
I think she feels that it's her baby. Now, does she believe that, you know, there's some racist things that happened, or, you know, they put, you know, the token white chick above everybody else? Yes, they all feel that way. And I've seen text messages of them saying that they won't say publicly. So, I mean, it's a slippery slope. You know what I'm saying? I think she feels like that's the set that she built, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you know, it's some things that needs to be fixed before she comes back. But you know, that's if she wants to
I
come
mean,
back, hey.
the fact that the arbitration hasn't started. This is business at the end of the day,
Mm-hmm.
and one feelings can get out the way if you're really the goal is to you know give the fans what they want. The check is big enough, and everyone's winning. So I can see them repairing this. I don't think the door is fully shut.
Right.
The fact that
Because
she's
they brought
amenable
back
to
other problematic people.
They
right.
have, but none that sued the network.
Well, that's true. I mean, but she hasn't gotten any money or anything. So it's not like she sued and won.
Right, right. I'm just
You know,
making
so
the audacity of it all. Though,
yeah.
Dana, what do you think? Do you miss Nene on Housewife? Are you a Housewife fan? Do you miss? I'm interested to hear the people that really believe that she would come back, and because I think that the ratings are low because people are just tired of the bullshit, and I don't know that Nene would have fresh shit. I think she would be on the same bullshit too.
Honestly, I think Nene is entertaining. And I think that's what they're missing. Like, you know, and it's salute to Carlos King, you know, the old producer who's now talking about them obsessively, you know what I'm saying? And he
Mhm.
has nothing to do with Bravo anymore. But
Right.
he even says that they're missing a key ingredient. Whether that key ingredient is Nene, we don't know, but it's something missing that's not cohesive with this cast and last year's cast. You know what I'm saying?
I
So
agree
for
with that
Candy to be the longest running housewife, she's not the glue that holds everybody together. You know, she's not an anchor.
part.
And you know, for them to bring Sheree back, and Sheree is one of the OGs, she's not an anchor. She's not strong enough. Her relationships aren't strong enough. So, you know, when you get a personality like Nene who has either beef or love with everybody on that cast, then you know that's the glue that will hold all of them together. Not saying that it has to be a Nene. It needs to be a somebody.
Somebody,
And
right? I'm
yeah.
with you on that. Dana,
So
what do you
why
think? I want to have Dana sitting over here and not respond.
Dana?
What do you think, Dana?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Did she answer the question?
Mm-mm.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking to me.
No,
Oh,
Dana.
well, I think Nene should start her own show.
That's what I was going to say. See, Dana, you and I think alike. That's why I
I
was.
think she needs to go talk to Carlos King and start her own show. She doesn't need Bravo, and that would be a way to get back at Andy Cohen for
It
all
would.
the shade.
That
But you
actually,
don't think that's what Carlos has been doing, like trying to get back at Andy for everything. Like
Yeah.
I feel like the Love
Well,
and
Nene
Marriage
would be the big
Huntsville,
get
that's a
back.
carbon copy of Housewives.
Yes,
If
she
you
would
look at it.
big get back.
Yeah.
He
So
kind of did that when he put Monique on Love and Marriage. DC, he tried to start over, and maybe that was the wrong housewife to start with. Maybe he does need Nene. I can see that working,
yeah.
especially on her own.
But it would have to be an ensemble cast. It would have to be somebody, like people we care about in her circle. Like it needs to be organic, just how
She can do
Housewives
that
was
though.
organic in the beginning.
She could pull together some more girls that
Yeah.
are in her awe, in
Circle.
her,
Like
that all
Portia,
work for her, and yeah,
Yeah,
it's
like
Mhm.
supposed to be back
Portia.
here in Atlanta.
Lisa
Well,
Williams.
Portia is going back to Housewives, so
Of
there's
course,
that.
of course, you would need to.
Mm, mm.
Yeah, I mean, she never like cut ties.
Well,
Right?
shit.
So
No, it
even when,
makes sense. I mean, that makes
yeah,
sense.
even when she sat out a year, Andy was like, "This is a pause, not a,
Yeah.
stop or whatever." So
No, that, and I didn't
So,
mean that
so
shady. I didn't mean that in a shady way. I mean, it just makes sense that it would be the time for her to come back now.
mhm.
but if Nene got a show and Portia had to decide whether or not she's going Housewives or going with Nene on their own, what do you think Portia would say?
Portia's a Bravo. Portia's
I don't
Portia's
know. Portia was real vocal in those comments that Nene is the show.
what, but
She
Candy
sure
has
did.
said that
Yeah, she.
before, and Kenya has said that before. Like they've all said it in some form or fashion. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
However, Andy is real, shady about what his relationship is with her, and it is what I don't know, child. It's a mess because I feel like they missing out on prime, stuff, especially with the
Mm.
stuff that went on with Greg and
And
everything that
then
went on
her
with
new
Brent
boyfriend and
and her
her,
new,
yeah.
yeah, the new man she's with. So yeah.
I think.
Ah,
Do you think that there should be consequences and repercussions for bad behavior? Because the reason that she wasn't on the show is because of her behavior. Do you think there should be consequences for that, or do you think entertainment just supersedes it all?
It depends on how bad the bad behavior is.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
Someone
I didn't
out of the
like
closet is not bad behavior.
yeah, Nene didn't beat anybody. She didn't like
Right.
even the stuff that went on, like it was all in her lawsuit. Like if you read those 100 pages, but
Mhm.
even with
hey,
her like pulling the man out of the closet,
Yeah.
and Bravo tried to like make it seem like it was she tore his shirt and chipped his tooth and da da da. Da. But they're her, and that was her producer, and they're still cool or whatever. She just didn't want anybody in her closet. You know what I mean? So I mean, I'm Team Nene anyway, so I guess I'm the wrong person to ask.
No,
But
your opinion. That's what we asked.
yeah, but I do think all of them have had their thing. Like Cynthia kicked Portia in the gut.
Right.
Portia pulled Kenya's hair across the stage. Kenya put a scepter in Portia's face. Kenya tried to pull the chair out of Kim Fields from up under Kim Fields. It's like all of them have had their thing. I just think that how far is too far. I don't know.
I think the words they can get past that. I mean, and I'm sure Andy get past that. You know, she could have said
I mean,
worse
maybe
things.
not the only person who's called him a crackhead. So
I think it's the racial issues at the bigger thing because that was
yeah.
just,
Yeah,
But even
th-
with the racial issues, there's a lot of truth in what she said. Whether they want to admit it or not, they've had problems. And after her lawsuit, they made like steps to clean up some of the things that's been going on. They put New York on hiatus for a whole season because of some of the issues. They what was it, the Vanderpump Rules people who was,
yeah.
and what the attorney say she has her own court show now. Kay Williams,
Hmm?
Ebony,
Ebony, Ebony,
Yeah.
Ebony K. Williams. Yeah,
yeah, she said the same things. Like
yeah,
they all have issues. So I mean, Beverly Hills has had its issues with what's her name, Garcelle
yeah.
has said certain things about how they treated her 14-year-old son. So I think that it's some things that they need to clean up. But at the end of the day, I think it'd be more transparent to discuss the issues. It's a reality show. Some of these racial issues are reality. The stuff with Kim was reality. The reason they band together and Kim got kicked off the show was reality. But the truth of the matter was Kim didn't face any repercussion for allegedly calling them the N-word. She ended up with her own show because she was still under contract. You see what I'm saying? So, there was some preferential treatment when it came to Kim Zolciak. And,
Can
all the
Kim
other
come back?
brothers.
Can Kim come back?
I can't see Kim coming back to the Housewives.
And Nene said it a long time ago. She was like, Kim is gonna always be straight. Andy is gonna always make sure Kim is taken care of. So whether she comes back to the show, she's gonna be on the show next week.
Right.
Whether she comes back full time or comes back to tardy for the party, or whatever, that remains to be seen. But I'm sure she'll get a Bravo check one way or the other.
Kim needs a life coach.
She needs rehab.
I was like, I'm gonna have a life coach. Is that just some rehab, or maybe a straight jacket, or some medicine, some mental health? I don't know. There's a lot going on there.
It's a mess over there.
Oh man. I
missed the Tasha K. I need to rewind to see what y'all was saying about that.
Oh yeah, the replay, replay
I'll watch
game.
The replay. I will watch the
replay game. So Michelle, you have any questions for Dana?
No.
I think Dana has weathered the storm. She has listened to all.
Well, Dana, you want me to ask a question as far as like the dating game? What are we doing?
Yeah, that's where we're trying to hook up.
Okay. Dana, what are you looking for in a man? Like, what are some of your deal breakers?
Deal breakers. Someone who's very disrespectful. That's a big deal breaker. Disrespectful. Someone who doesn't stand on their own.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah. Dennis, what are some of your deal breakers?
Well, can I do a follow-up to that question you asked her?
Yeah.
What was your worst experience with a man in the last 6 months to a year?
I went out on a date with someone and they took me to a strip club for dinner.
Oh my goodness. That is horrible.
Isn't that horrible?
Did they ask you? Did they tell you that they what did they give you a heads up, or they just surprised you with the strip club?
They just surprised me. They thought it was cute, and they told me how good the food was, and it was a surprise.
Yeah, I'm sure that was.
How old was this gentleman?
He was 42.
He's too old for that. He knew better than that. That was foolishness. You know what he was doing, David? He was testing you to see if you were going to be down with it.
Yep.
You were into other.
So how did you react to that when you got there and you realized there was more than wings on the menu?
Well, to be honest, it was my first experience in a strip club. So I was like, oh my goodness. I was in shock. So I ate dinner. I'm a polite person, but after dinner was over, I was ready to go.
What did you eat at the strip club?
They had steak and lobster.
The food was good, wasn't it?
The food was good. But I'm thinking we're not a good match if this is our first date. So that was our last.
Definitely a no.
Know where the second date's gonna be.
I didn't want to know where the second date was gonna be.
You nice.
Was that the first and only date?
Yeah. So that's my worst experience in the last year.
Damn.
Dennis, why don't you share what yours was?
Yeah. What is your worst experience?
In the last year?
Yeah.
Interesting. worst. I don't think I had a worst.
This is interesting. I'm invested.
I don't think.
I'm about to come around to you in a minute, so come on with it.
The worst experience. Let's see. The worst experience. Oh. I don't know if I want to share that online.
Come on,
Is Dana up here twice?
Yes, she came ready.
Come on, Dennis. No, we need to know yours.
Wow. Put a 1 in the chat. You want to know my worst experience?
Dennis, ain't nobody putting a 1 in the chat. We've been on here 2 hours and 34 minutes. You better put that information out there.
Ain't nobody putting no 1.
Dennis, come on with it. Put a 1 in the chat.
Let's see. You need it. Oh man.
Dennis, come on.
I'm thinking. I didn't really have.
I'm gonna share an experience.
Well, hold on a second. Hold on. We're gonna fix that right now.
Michelle.
So now we're gonna be interrupted. Let me think.
You know you can unmute yourself. Click the mic. You can unmute yourself.
I'm gonna go to the chat, Dennis. I'm gonna go to the chat and start sharing.
Okay, we don't muted both of them, so it's just me and you, Dana.
Not Dennis.
Dennis.
I refuse to be muted.
Wait. Hold on. Wait a minute.
This ain't essence.
You gave me the sauce.
This is not essence. No. Dennis.
Okay, well, tell us your best experience.
No, Dana, stop being sweet to him. Dennis,
okay,
let it be sweet. I like
stand your ground, Dana.
I'm gonna have your back, Dana. Come on, Dennis.
Oh man. Okay, so I'm thinking. Wait, hold on a second. I might have forgot. Let me see. Let me think. Let me see. Crystal told me my words.
You have not forgotten.
Photographers. There are a lot of photographers, Dennis. Photographers. Yeah.
Tell them about that girl you dated that only wanted you for your money.
Okay.
How did she know he had money?
Because Dennis be right here flossing.
Because Dennis will rent a Ferrari and
Dennis be right here stunting on people showing
right.
That's not a good thing.
Wait, hold on. No. They just joke. Dana.
That's not a good thing.
Well,
he does. He likes to show off with all. He likes to show out.
He gonna mute us again.
I'm gonna unmute myself. Michelle, what? No, okay, Dennis. Michelle, what's been one of your worst? What's one of your worst experiences?
Oh my gosh, I haven't had any.
Yeah.
Dennis, you still have to answer.
Is that a bad?
But let her get yours off first.
Come on, Michelle.
The worst dating experience?
Yes.
No, I was married for 12 years, so.
No, we're just talking about the last year.
I haven't had any bad experiences lately.
Okay. Well, to give us your worst one.
I'm trying to think of a bad one. I'm literally trying to think of a bad one. I don't really.
Open that closet. Let them bones fall out. Go ahead.
No, I don't. I can think of like things where I've met people and I just didn't like them, but I can't think of anything that's like just it was just a horrible experience before. No,
you're lucky.
You're very lucky.
You're very lucky.
Yeah.
I think okay. So I went out with a someone. Let's see. I don't know how to put this because
speak up, Dennis.
Oh man.
Yeah, let me turn my mic up. I can't hear.
Oh my goodness. Oh. So I went out with someone in a high position in government, and it was the conversation was so pretentious that I was like, wait a minute, who sent you? It was just an uncomfortable feel. It was just awkward, some of the things that that person was asking at the.
What were they asking?
Your political views?
No, not political.
Come on with it. What were they asking?
No, it's actually. I might have to be careful with that just because of what I. No, it really. It's this person might be watching, and I just want to probably.
Oh gosh.
Come on, Michelle. You know, Michelle. You know
I
they
know
want.
that's why I'm real careful. I hear you.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
So why you bring it up then, Dennis?
No, she didn't. She didn't bore me to tears. So I said she bore me to tears. I think she was after more than I was willing to give her.
Oh.
What do you mean?
Yeah. What do you mean?
Dana, is that you asking me that question?
That was Dana.
Which
Yeah.
one or two?
Dana's asking questions.
One or two.
Silence her.
What did she want?
You weren't willing to give.
Right. That you weren't willing to give. She wanted you to smother some pork chops.
She wanted you to pay her radio remote.
Hold on. Crystal, do I eat pork?
He doesn't eat pork.
Well, she must have wanted you to smother pork chops. You weren't willing to give her that.
Nah. She was in some
okay.
weird,
Let's
she's into some weird stuff. That's all. Go ahead.
And what weird stuff?
That's it. I leave it at that. That's it.
It is.
Leave it.
Come back here.
Leave it at that. Go ahead.
Kind of, taking the live out of the conversation. The conversation is not live anymore. This is not fun. Dennis ain't being honest.
Oh, the broadcast is dead. Okay, go ahead. No one's watching. Go ahead, Kristen. Go ahead. Oh, no, Michelle, go ahead. Ask your question.
Oh, I was just gonna say, tell us one of your best experiences since you.
Oh, best experience.
Because I've had some really good dates.
I mean, just going on vacation and just having a good time, and it wasn't nothing heavy. It was just fun. Went out to this nice restaurant, enjoyed the scenery, went swimming, listened to good music, went to that beach, a nice beach where you had to be adult to be in.
You really reminiscing now.
Okay, that's it. That's all you're getting. That's it. That's it.
Hey.
Handcuffs and whips.
Mm-hmm.
No, I had a weird request. Now, we want to talk about the weirdest request.
Which was?
I don't know. No, I don't know. So, well, I can say this. One chick said, would I watch gay porn with her? And
no.
No. Yeah, she asked that. I said, nope. I'm not into gay porn.
She was trying you.
She was trying me.
She was trying you just like Dana's date was trying her.
Are you in?
Well, why would you try a man when you watch gay porn? That's weird.
I think these girls be trying to. I mean, Atlanta it's a lot of guys out there.
I mean, that's true, but
it's like the fact that you even asked me that, you would definitely try me and ask me that. This was a while back. This was years.
She tried it.
How old was this person?
I don't remember. So it was.
I guarantee you, she wasn't 42.
No, actually, she probably was in the 40s.
Dennis.
No, really, she was probably in the 40s. No, she was in the 40s. But the fact that you I had a sexual man a question like that just was very uncomfortable for me.
I have a follow-up question. Was this gay male porn or gay female porn?
No, male, gay. Obviously, you would watch gay female porn.
Oh, okay.
Just filling in the blanks.
Yes, thank you. That's interesting.
Well, no, I guess hey, he lives in Atlanta. Let's test. Make sure he's tested. Oh no, sure.
But I've heard some girls say they like to watch gay porn. I'm not one of those girls. I don't get that. But I have had a conversation with another female, several females that said they enjoy watching gay porn.
Michelle, why are you looking puzzled? Michelle, you're looking puzzled right there.
Crystal, male?
I mean, I'm not. I mean, people like what they like. No
some women, so they like and they enjoy watching gay male porn. I do not. Just making sure y'all know it's not me.
So if some women like it, should we judge if some men like it?
They watch it themselves.
Even though I would, but I'm just saying in general.
I will judge. I will judge. And I will say this, I won't judge you. You can be my friend. You can be my friend. If you're a guy and you enjoy watching, you could be my friend.
But I don't want to date you.
But I don't want to date you.
Yeah.
I don't want to date you. In fact, you can't come anywhere near me intimately at all. But we can be friends, yes.
Interesting.
Yeah. I'm not into that.
So when's the first date, you two? Is Dana in Atlanta? Is she in your city?
Dana is in Maryland.
Oh, okay. So Dennis gonna get flued out. Then she gonna fly out. What you gonna do?
Dennis has to
listen. I have a rule about flying people out.
Which is what?
With everything that's happening, you fly people out. We gotta figure this out because I can come out myself. I won't fly you. I'll make the first trip.
I would prefer a guy come to me first.
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
And I would never fly to somebody I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not, I don't know you. You may.
Yeah, that's kind of uncomfortable.
Yeah. Now I have interviewed girls that say they have no problem. This girl said she flew to a whole other country, somebody she had never met. So people do it, but I would.
That's crazy.
That's scary.
Not with the sex trafficking as it is. This little girl was young and just as tender as but she flew across the world. So,
and I think they got to stop doing that crap. Really, that's just
not going to though.
No, but it's. I mean, you can go to another country and be sex trafficked.
Yeah, I mean, or the person may not be who you think you're talking to. Like,
right? That's
a whole catfish.
A whole catfish.
So y'all need to FaceTime or do something first, so at least y'all will know each other.
I would say that there should be a minimum of 12 FaceTimes. Minimum 12.
I would say you need to talk to the person.
In what time period, Dennis? You can FaceTime somebody 12 times in a day.
At least a month of talking before you
month.
try.
A month.
You got a 30-day rule.
I like a month before a flight because nobody wants to waste their time or their flight sky miles. Nobody wants to waste that.
This is true. You have to find out if you're compatible. So 12 FaceTime should be.
What is your favorite food?
You already.
You asked this already, Dennis.
No, I didn't. I didn't ask that question.
Yes, you did.
Oh,
I like Italian food.
Italian, yeah. Pasta.
He forgot already.
No, I'm been up since 6 this morning.
He's sleepy. See?
Me too.
So when is the first FaceTime date? I'm trying to rush this. I'm trying to get this ball rolling.
Oh wow.
And why do you want to get the ball rolling?
I mean, because y'all can get a FaceTime date, and then you can decide
right,
you like them or not. Don't waste nobody's time.
Listen, she could FaceTime right now. Well, live right now. We can all see.
No, y'all need to do it like one-on-one.
I feel like Dana needs to be, she probably doesn't host live, so she may not feel comfortable.
Right.
So she just,
but this is public. She might not want her business public like this.
Yeah, send me your information and I can connect you with Dennis. But we should have today is what, Thursday? So we should have a conversation before the end of the week.
Hold on now. I want to be fair now. I want to be fair, Dana. There are a few others in the chat. I must have.
I got some more contenders on the
way. Now Dennis got a whole harem out here.
Hold on now. Hold on. Dana, hold on now.
Wait a minute. Dana might have a bunch of contenders too. I'm just talking about you with her right now. I'm not talking about everybody else.
Speak on it, Michelle.
Because clearly, if you single and she's single, all the rest of the people don't matter. Nobody locked y'all down.
Hey, damn. Okay. Two of my big sisters here. They already told me. Oh my goodness. Okay, Dana, I'm back.
Don't be getting too big for your britches.
Listen, Dennis, Dennis, I'm coming
down the size. Dennis, stop it. Okay, yes. Stop it. Stop.
I got other women.
Where's your husband? I need to get him on here. Where is your husband?
He's gone. You said Nene Leakes, and he got off the. He hung up faster than.
He was like, I don't want to hear that Housewives mess.
He don't hear. And you know what? That's what I like about him. I love the fact that my husband is not into none of that stuff.
Trust me.
I love it. And
Anybody I date, I don't want them on the internet.
he can't have conversation. He does not like conversation about all that
I
stuff.
don't want them on the internet. Do you have an Instagram? No.
You got it.
Do you have an Instagram?
I don't know. I'm going to the
let me
far
ask you
reaches
something.
of.
Dana, how much time do you spend on social media?
Well, you know, I work, so not a lot. Not a lot. This is only my second time seeing your show.
Oh wow.
Oh, okay. Okay. You surfing and you search to find the one.
So not a lot.
I'm getting ready to wrap up. Dana has my information and she can reach out. I'm getting ready to go spend some time with my honey.
Yeah, he's home. He's home.
He is home and
Daddy's home.
yeah.
Where
Yeah,
is
I'm
Tasha?
going to log off for now.
Yes.
Nice seeing you, Crystal.
You too, Michelle. We have to do this again because I want to hear more of your housewife. I love the fact that you mentioned that Carlos King is. I don't know if he's Andy Cohen because as much as he's talking about the housewives, I'm like, is he? He's not even talking about his own shows.
That's what I said. I feel
shows
like
too.
Carlos has an agenda, but I'm going to keep that to myself.
I agree with you because I'm like, what he not now? Love and Marriage Huntsville is off the chain right now, and he and Love and Marriage Detroit started off the chain. I'm like, what? He's not even talking about his own franchises like he's talking about.
But can he talk about his own franchises? That's the gag. Like, does he have like a you know?
Good question.
I don't know if he can say certain things that would violate something, confidentiality or something. I don't know.
But he he does a lot of talking when he hosts his reunion. I feel like he is let me be quiet.
I feel the same way you feel though. Okay. I understand where you're coming from.
We gotta.
I've said it publicly before. It ain't no shame in my game. Everybody wonders the same thing.
Yeah, now I mean people are like, what is happening right now? Because it's like you got a whole Andy's not talking,
And then how they blurred his name out the first episode and stuff, and he got mad about that. And
it's a sensitive subject, but I mean, it's only sensitive because it's so apparent that you're triggered. You got a whole nother
franchise. But he's making money talking about it. You got to understand these YouTube coins be serious sometimes.
Oh yeah. I'm not mad at
it. So he's found a way to
capitalize,
brand and say, I'm the king of this, and I have worked here in the heyday, and so that gives him Yeah,
and it's true. I just think that it's but like I said, coins are coins. So however, but it just seems it's a little weird, but yeah.
Well, I feel the same way about Candy.
What do you think about? Let me not. Okay, that's another day.
This might be another
day, another time. The whole housewife. That's a whole nother.
You can talk to me offline. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I hit you offline about that.
Okay,
Dennis.
Well, nice to see y'all.
We're gonna get you hooked up. We're gonna get you some balance. Dana, thank you.
Dana, thank you for being a great
sport. Dennis is a nice guy.
He is respectful and
he might be a little rough around the edges. That's how them New York people are. Though I'm from the South, so
trust me, you can reach out to me at any time, and I got you. Just like he reaches out to Adrian at any time.
Hey.
Will do.
Thanks for having me, Dennis.
All right, you guys have a good night.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone in the comments. I appreciate you staying with us for, oh my goodness,
too long.
Okay, you kicking me out? Can I kick myself out?
No, I just let me kick everyone out.
Thanks for having me. Bye.
Bye. Let's see. I'll kick you out. I'll kick you out. Dana, where you go? You see, she didn't even say goodnight to me, guys. You see how she do me? She left me with the person who is not talking. I had two Danas in here. Now I got one who's not saying anything. I'm kicking this Dana out too. Dana, hit me up on Instagram in my DM. I know you're watching, Dana, so let me go ahead. Hit me up on Instagram, my DM. Let me just gonna put that in there. I'm gonna type my Instagram in there. We ain't in this yet. You guys have been a good sport. I appreciate it. It's been wonderful. I'm trying to get this. Okay. Instagram. If you're on Instagram, at for research reasons, that's me on Instagram. And we're going to be bringing others up, but you got to hit Crystal up. Hit Crystal up. At Enchanted PR. Hold on. Okay, let me type in Enchanted at Instagram. Do it like that. All right, guys. Hey, guys, before I end this live, any last question, any final questions? We don't have any questions. We got 109 people tuned in here. I appreciate that. Appreciate that love. But I'm exhausted. I gotta get up early. Let's see here. All right, guys. I am out. Peace.